Right, here we go. Still on the 9070 XT. Gonna check out some Spider-Man 2. Now, the best thing about this is we do have FSR 4 supported in this game, so we will be checking that out. I am going to go at first. Probably, we'll just run through the settings. So, I'll do it at 4K at first. We'll do native, and then we can sort of check out a very variety of settings. We can check out FSR 4, etc. I have overridden it from the overlay, which I'll when we do come to switching FSR on, I'll show you that, just so you can see that I have applied it. Otherwise, there's not really any way to to demonstrate that it's on or off, you know. Let's load into the game whilst my overlay's loading. Do make sure to drop a like on the stream as well. We hit like absolutely insane. I think we hit like 1,500 yesterday, which is absolutely ridiculous. Maybe hit that again, I don't know. We'll find out. Mars, hello. 2,000 likes. Oh, I don't know. That'd be crazy, maybe.
Did that for me too.
How does this thing work?
Honestly, can't explain it. I just think.
Because there was a little bit of a limitation on the games that have FSR 4. So it's a little bit of a weird selection. There is definitely a couple of others I would like to check out, and we will do them at some point. I did put in my post, I did put Monster Hunter Wilds, but it actually seems like that isn't supported, so might have to wait a little bit for that one. I'll just run through the settings really quick. So if you've just joined, I'm still on my 9070 XT. I'm having a look at Spider-Man 2. I am currently at 4K. You can see that resolution there, 3840 by 2160. Oh, okay, there we go. Actually, we get it in game, so that is good. Now that I've actually overridden FSR 4 from the overlay, we can actually see that in game, which is cool. I'll leave it off at first just so we can get a rough idea of performance with it off, so you can see no frame generation, no upscaling. So native 4K, and I'll play with everything completely maxed out. So it's likely probably not going to be amazing FPS at first, but we'll find out, and then we can drop the settings. You can see here ray tracing preset set to ultimate, all of these settings set to very high, object range set to 10. I think probably everything else should be pretty much maxed. Motion blur off just because that's grim. So let's have a quick look. Still got a little bit of the campaign to play through on this. So at the moment, in the higher up, which always going to be a little bit higher FPS, but seeing it dip down to about 30 there, a little bit higher up, you seem to get about 40, 45, and on tops of buildings it was a bit more like 50. But when you sort of dip down, that's really where it's going to be at its lowest, which seems like we get about as low as 34, 33 there. Frame time is definitely looking quite choppy at the moment. I've got a 0.1% low of 3. I've just reset that. That might have just been me going in and out of the menu, maybe caused that. So at least at the moment, the 0.1% low is 22 from 40, but that frame time definitely looks quite choppy, doesn't it? I do wonder how... this game's probably had another couple of updates since I last played, so it potentially, at least at the moment, it looks way better than what I remember. We've got 99% to 100% GPU usage, which I didn't have at all when I last played this. 15 gigs of VRAM though, so that's pretty high, that. But I think overall, not actually that bad. I thought maybe this would be a little bit worse considering the settings we're using. Ray tracing and everything here. The lowest we'll get is about 33, I think 34 we saw. Which really isn't actually that bad. Holds up actually fairly well. Let's try and see maybe a bit of the combat here. Got to try and remember controls on this game, really. That's cool, isn't it? So in terms of combat, I think that holds FPS pretty well, not too bad. Do you think there might be one or two areas where it does hit maybe the high 20s? Because I remember playing this before on my 5090 and there was the odd area, but this looks way better game-wise. In terms of everything else, I mean, look at this GPU power. That is still pretty high. Look at that 500. I am potentially going to switch that setting out, I think, to something. I'm not sure how reliable that is. I mean, I'm pulling the internal GPU power, but I'm wondering if maybe I should switch to like total GPU power from HW Info. I think might maybe be a little better to use. Maybe look at that for next time.
You're wishing that cloaking tech hadn't failed right about now.
So on here at least, about 40 FPS it looks like. Not quite gone over that 15 gigs of VRAM yet, it's mostly stayed under. Hit him off. How do I get this?
That's your VTOL? It's not up to code.
What do I do with this? There we go.
Nice to know even hunters have trouble with their tech.
So I think let's maybe put on some FSR4 then. We might as well, considering we should hopefully maybe be able to get 60 FPS with that really. So I'll leave the settings maxed out. We can obviously try ray tracing off as well, which should definitely be a lot better. But if I come down into upscaling here, we'll switch on some FSR4. So if I go along here, you can actually see FSR4 here. Now, I'll set it to quality, so the preset will be on quality there. This is only possible because I have switched it on through the overlay, so it's only going to be possible with games that are on that list. I think that only support, what is it, FSR 3.1. You can then enforce it in the overlay, which then makes it available in-game. Look at my frame time, though. What the hell? This is at 4K currently, yeah. Seems to be a little bit all over the place with that set, doesn't it? And a little concerning frame time there. That's gone insanely choppy. I wonder if maybe enforcing, like, was it anti-lag? Which is the AMD equivalent of reflex? Might be worth doing that, maybe? Has areas where it looks okay, and then other areas where it goes really choppy. Some bits we are hitting 60. Now in terms of image quality, I think it does... It looks pretty good. Had a big stutter there. I think overall from what I've seen, I think FSR 4 seems to look a little better than the LSS convolutional neural network model. I don't think it's quite as good as the LSS4 transformer model. But I don't think I have any complaints with it set at quality here. It's definitely an improvement to what AMD... I was never really personally that impressed by FSR 3 image quality. I always thought there were a lot of games it just didn't... Had quite a lot of ghosting and stuff for me in a lot of games. I pressed B. Oh, I just didn't do it quick enough. So, although it does give us 60 in some bits, it still does drop a lot into the 40s, doesn't it? Even we're down on the sort of street level, still seeing 40, 45 there. Gonna maybe give you an average of about 50, but still not quite gonna be at 60, I don't think. VRAM went down. I mean, ever so slightly, didn't it? We had about 14.9 before FSR, and at the moment we're at about 14.8 and a half. So maybe went down by like 100 meg or something. It's not really, it's not like too big a difference. Normally, and a lot of times with switching stuff, upscaling stuff, you often see at least a gig sometimes drop down. So it's, I wouldn't say that's particularly dropped down. Ever slightly. Seems to be when I go near water, it gives me that frame time. But yeah, overall, sitting at an average of 53, still getting down into the 30s. I look at 34. So the lowest FPS I get seems to be the same with FSR off. That doesn't seem to really help me there. Now, I know with FSR 4, overall the FPS will be less than 3. It's similar to the DLSS 4 compared to 3. You don't actually get as much FPS. You get better image quality as a trade-off of having lower FPS.
Seems like everyone has a robot army but me.
Damn. But this can definitely be doable. I know people asking me if this can do 4K. You can definitely make it work. Probably going to want to switch down to balance, really, which I'll do in a sec. We should hopefully see a bit nicer FPS.
That wasn't too rough.
Ray tracing at the moment is maxed, yeah. Maxed right now. It doesn't really do too badly. I'm a little bit, I wouldn't say I'm overly impressed by the FPS we're getting over native. We're not really getting that much more FPS. Now, it could just be more of a reflection on the game, because this game definitely isn't the best performing game. It definitely seems better to the one when I last played. Like GPU usage and stuff for me definitely looks better than last time. And I do think there's been a couple of updates to the game, so it does look a bit better. But I think overall, so we're going to balanced here. We're still seeing it dip down into the 40s, like 42. Balanced preset does look very good, I think, quality-wise. Image quality looks decent. This is fully maxed out at 4K. Yeah, I've currently got FSR 4 on those set to balanced. But yeah, look, 40, 45 still. Hang on, I need to switch off the controller vibration. It's broken on my controller. Where is it? Just because when it starts vibrating, it never stops. It's like, I think it's broken. Is this better than 4080? What settings? What game? It's going to vary game to game. It's like against the XTX. If ray tracing's on, then no. Is the ray tracing on? Yeah.
Hunters. They've been coming through here for days.
Price? What, this? £700.
Sorry I wasn't here to help.
Was what I got it for.
Could you tell me about this antique I found? It, almost killed me.
I cannot help you.
Yeah, I can switch ray tracing off in a sec. Just want to see roughly how you can get it working with it on max. So you're realistically looking at probably performance, which you can get away with. I think with FSR 4 here, the image is decent enough where it's similar to DLSS 4 in that you can really go down to kind of performance and not really see any noticeable issues with image quality.
The flames have been lit.
Dude, MJ told me you almost died.
So on tops of buildings now, at least, you're definitely going to see FPS be quite a lot higher. Almost like, look. That's really the only issue I find with this game is FPS can vary so much depending on if you're on the top of a building or going down to street level. You can get sort of 50, 60 up here. But then as soon as you go down to street level, it gets wrecked. Oh, it's actually pretty good here. So I take that back. The issue is on the other side, on Manhattan. It goes down to about 40. Mehmet, thanks for becoming a member. How's it going? Yeah, I think on this side of the map, the FPS looks a bit better even on street level, which is interesting.
You have a city permit for that bonfire?
Damn, bro. Is that going to hurt me? I think it will, right? VRAM now up to over 15 gig as well. This game uses a lot of VRAM. Still got enough, just. What's going on here?
Let's see what they were up to.
How did I do this? Can't even see it on the screen. Hey there, hello.
This shipping manifest is a bulk order of luxury goods from Volgograd. Is Craven hosting some kind of...
Shelton, yo.
If he is...
Overpaid a bit. Yeah, I mean, that's the only one I could get. Some of them are even more expensive. Some of them are about 800. 800 or more. Couldn't get any of the any cheap ones than that. Dude, I'm just going straight in. No messing around. Where did they go? Settings at the moment, got it set to 4K, everything maxed. But I'm using FSR, we got it on balance, FSR full balanced at the moment. That fire looks pretty good, doesn't it? That does drop my FPS a lot though, look. How good's FSR 4? It looks really good actually. It's fairly similar to I think it's better than DLSS 3, the old model, the CNN model. I don't think it's quite as good as DLSS 4 Transformer model. But it's definitely better than FSR 3 from what I've seen so far in this.
No airfields here.
Because I'm on balanced here, and you really couldn't tell at all. It'd be interesting to maybe see what performance is like just before I go and switch ray tracing off. So you can see here, FSR 4, if you go down to performance, it should hopefully still look pretty good. So I've got it on balanced here. But with any of the presets so far, I've not seen any image issues at all, really. No ghosting. No artifacts or like nothing like that really. Overall, even with it set to performance here, it looks pretty much like quality or balanced. I can't even tell the difference between those. Might maybe be if you saw them side by side, slowed down in a video, you could probably tell, but just switching between them, I honestly can't tell any difference. Might also be worth switching frame generation on, because sometimes that can add some weird image stuff when you've got upscaling on, but I'd say I'm not so impressed by the FPS, but it's a little hard to tell in this game because sort of the game's performance is kind of so rough. You will obviously get it's similar to DLSS 4 in the sense that with the new model you get a better image quality, but you don't get the same kind of FPS increase you'd get with FSR 3 and DLSS 3 counterpart. You know, you have to sacrifice FPS to get better image. Kind of just part of it, isn't it? One thing I'm noticing here is we are using a hell of a lot of RAM, so I'm wondering if there's some sort of memory leak here. I mean, our VRAM is almost maxed out. It's kind of near that limit, but it's not at 16, so that's a bit of a surprise. Am I streaming with the 997 XT, 9070 XT? I'm not, no.
1 second he's hunting supervillains.
I'm streaming off my NVIDIA GPU. I personally didn't, I don't know what the new encoder's like. I haven't used it. Previously, I personally preferred NVIDIA's NVENC over AMD. I thought it looked better, but you can use AV1 on AMD, which I think is pretty much as good now, to be honest. I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to do this without getting seen. You know what I'm like. Frame time looks better here as well, compared to that absolute choppiness we had. How do I use... Here we go, here we go. Let's try and do this properly. There's 2 down here. Safe. What's that mean? How do I perch takedown? Here we go. There we go. Any more on the... there's one over there. What are the controls? How do I get up quick? Here we go. Is this with ray tracing? It is, yeah. Not bad takedowns. I don't know how I'll be able to... I don't know if I can get all those without really getting seen, so I might just... I could probably have shot that, right? That's not done anything. What have I done? I thought it was going to drop on them. That didn't work. Oh, damn.
Here, I can take your shipment to your boss. Oh, great! More of you! Watch out!
Whoa.
If you could just tell me where he is!
Oh, damn. I got to dodge that, haven't I, really?
Better go check on the dock worker. I did a number on him. Easy, easy. You're in pretty bad shape. Let me help you.
Hospital. Please.
Did I try out the new AI chat features? No, I didn't. I didn't actually even know what that was, but I saw it earlier. You have to install it, though.
You're gonna be okay.
I didn't have it installed. I might check it out at some point. I assume it's like... what is it? Is it like a chat type thing? Definitely curious to maybe have a look, but you have to install it. I didn't have it installed.
You're safe. Now, where's the drop-off?
I think it was like 28 gig, was it? Which seems like a lot.
Wonder how Harry's doing without the suit right now. Hey, buddy. How you feeling?
I'm fine. What's happening?
Mohammed, hello.
Or Cravenoff?
So even with performance,
Some party at 718
the loads of FPS do seem kind of rough. Like we're getting 34 here. Still with FSR performance on, which I think probably is more of a reflection on the game as opposed to the upscaling. It does still look good though. I don't know what this looks like on stream, but it does still look really good. 29 FPS. It looks decent though, image quality wise. Might be I wonder if can I go back to FSR 3? I don't know if I can I? Because I've overridden it from the overlay. Can you go back? I don't think you can. Oh no, you can't. That would be interesting to see, wouldn't it? If we could just easily switch between them, just so we could actually see the FPS difference. I'm going to put on FSR frame generation here as well, and just see what that can do for us, and then I'll go ahead and switch ray tracing off. We'll go through that. So frame generation will give you the 60. It looks like we'll no longer hopefully get too many dips under that.
Oh God, wait.
What does it feel like? Getting even 100 FPS here. Looks a lot better. In terms of power as well, that's dropped our power down by quite a bit. Although my power is still fluctuating all over the place, I'm not entirely convinced I'm really monitoring it correctly. I might switch. I can do that maybe on the next mission. Switch it out to my other HW info total GPU power. Oh, it's going to pause the game. Bear me a sec. See if I can switch that quick. If I put that in there, so you can see that there GPU power. We'll leave that in there like that. And I'll try and maybe investigate that a little bit. I'm monitoring the power internally as opposed to from HW info in there, but it just seems to fluctuate absolutely all over the place. I'm not quite sure if it's measuring it right.
Kitchen entrance.
You should change. The classic Peter Parker look isn't gonna cut it.
Too bad my
So, hello.
dry cleaners. Huh? Whoa. I'm a spy. A spider spy.
How's the input lag? It feels okay. I wouldn't say it feels any noticeable difference. I would get up the overlay, but the issue is AMD overlay to measure latency. I can't push it through onto stream. AMD block any capture of the overlay
Take this to Mr. Cravenoff's bodyguard.
in OBS for a stream, so I wouldn't be able to show you.
Move.
Well,
It feels okay though. I don't honestly think you'd be able to tell.
I'll leave you to it.
Better go find Dima.
Orders up!
How are they eating so fast?
Don't keep them waiting, move!
About the graphics in here, I always thought the graphics on these scenes in this game always looked really good.
You said 5 to the pack. That was 30 minutes ago. I need it now.
Damn, that stuff's gonna burn. What else we got going?
I'll have to, or else we get killed. Orders on deck. Fine, take over. I hope you're all happy serving mediocrity. Tonight we're okay with. We're in the weeds here.
Yeah, we can drop it down to ultra performance as well and see what that's like. Definitely impressed by performance there. But imagine ultra performance. Could also still look pretty good, I think. Yeah, I mean, can't really tell too much difference. I definitely would like to test FSR 4 in a game like Cyberpunk, because I think Cyberpunk's probably one of the worst games for it in terms of image quality. You get some pretty bad ghosting. That would definitely be a good game to test. I do think you can start to tell a little bit, especially on his hair. You can tell that his hair is definitely looking a little bit more blurry. And it was at the other presets.
Excuse me.
Interesting choice.
Is it worth upgrading for an XTX? Probably not. I mean, I guess it probably depends the price in your... Maybe if you can sell the XTX for a reasonable price and get one of these for a reasonable price, but I don't think... The XTX in a lot of games does a bit better, I think. I wouldn't have thought that that's worth it.
You are so certain, are you? Show me then.
It really varies quite a lot game to game, though, and I don't know if that's just because the drivers maybe need some work. The FPS can be a little bit all over the place
Let him squirm.
when you're trying to compare to other GPUs. Like, some games it's better, some games it's quite significantly worse, so it's like it's a bit hard to tell. Probably be easier to tell if they iron out some of the drivers. Yeah, the RAM's crazy, isn't it? It's a good job I got 64 gig.
Were nuts. Can't believe
I am using ray tracing at the moment, yeah. We got it set to ultra performance FSR 4 though right now. That's how we're getting the 150, 160 here. But I do love the fact, I think they fixed it mostly in this game where my usage is pretty much 99% here. We didn't see anything like this when it first released. My usage with these settings, within like the first week of the game coming out, would be like 70% right now.
Has one of the shield bearers arrived?
Yes, he is in the other room by the fire. Will Mr. Kravenoff be joining us this evening? There are some... Quite right.
DLSS, yeah. I still think DLSS transformer model, DLSS 4, is probably still a little better. But there's not that much in it. I'd need to definitely see more games. I would definitely like to see Cyberpunk, because I think that's really the that's like a really good test of it. I think this game overall didn't really have too many image issues from what I remember trying it with DLSS. I wouldn't imagine we'd have many here. But I don't know how long we'll have to wait for Cyberpunk. What are the games in those... See, a lot of the games in the FSR 4 list, I think overall are like pretty good image-wise.
Your meal, sir.
Can't think of many of the games in there which have really bad ghosting with upscaling. To be fair, Horizon Forbidden West might be an interesting one, because I had quite bad ghosting on that with FSR 3. Might be an interesting one.
You know, you're, huge.
Dima's very hungry.
Is fluid motion frames active? No. No. FSR frame generation is active, but not motion frames. I can't really enable it on stream because you won't see any difference. It won't be picked up by the overlay. It's only picked up by AMD's overlay.
If that's just the shield bearer, how big is Dima gonna be?
It's too scary. I don't want to serve him food anymore.
Just drop the plate and leave. Simple as that.
See how you feel next time when you have to.
Coming through.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Move!
Coming through!
This mess. If everything isn't perfect, we're all dead.
Coming through!
No, wait!
Why were you standing?
Do I think the Do I think the 1970 XT will beat XTX in future? Like I say, it's going to vary game to game. It's never going to be a huge difference between the two. Like, drivers alone won't make that amount of difference. It just varies game to game, though, and I mean, it's always been like that. Some games, it's like when you get Call of Duty, it performs way better on AMD cards compared to NVIDIA cards. Stuff like that. Some engines just perform differently. You could get drivers that maybe improve FPS a little bit. It's not going to take it from being like
You wouldn't happen to be...
on par with an XTX to like beat like significantly beating it. Like, that drivers alone just can't do that.
Someone's a little hangry. What time tiger. That's new. All right, let's give Dima something to eat that isn't spider flavored. That raw meat must be
Breaking 200 here as well.
There we are.
Little fuzz. Yeah, this is ultra performance now, so it is a little fuzzy on the hair. It's also a little fuzzy on. You see the carpet?
But first,
The carpet is sort of a little bit blurry, isn't it? Don't know how easy that is to see on the stream, but you're kind of seeing the, I guess, texture of it. It's definitely not as sharp. Do I just have to drop in here and...
steaks out in the open. Might need a better angle to swipe it.
Not actually sure what the... Who am I trying to... Boom. How do I get onto it?
That hunter's right there.
What the hell was that?
A meal fit for a Russian tiger bodyguard. That sounded weird.
Disabling FSR completely? Sure. After this mission, I'm going to switch ray tracing off. I mean, I can do that. Can do that halfway through as well. It's just it has to load the shaders a little bit when you do it. So that's with FSR and frame generation completely off from, what did we have, almost 200 to 40. Can definitely tell between that on and off though in terms of quality.
A lot of bodies by that sleeping hunter.
Anyone hear that?
Markel, thanks for subscribing.
Our little secret. Sleepy time for Dima. Snooping time for Peter. If this doesn't work, there's only one other thing on the menu.
Oh, 29, 23, what the hell? That got insanely laggy here. What was that? Oh my god, look. What is that? 16? Is it the glass? Is it looking into the glass? That is really aggressive. I go from 33 here, and it's just this specific bit, look. Look. What happens? 19. What is it here that's so... It's like right here. What is it? Is it that glass there on the left? That's weird, isn't it? It's right here. The rain. You think it's that window? Yeah, it is. It must be. Yeah, but what's weird, look, if I go here and look through here, it's fine. Or it's the lighting, look. You see this light coming through? I bet it's that. You see the light ray? It's only that window that's doing it. Look, it's just like right here. Now it's not really doing it. How weird.
Hi, Dima.
Yeah, it could be ray tracing, but why? It only does it on that window.
Snacky snack.
It doesn't do it on the middle window. If it was the lighting there causing it, I'd have thought I'd maybe see that in the middle one too.
A Chef Spidey masterpiece. Mwah. Guess Craven's too cool for his own party.
Does look good though in it, doesn't it?
Around in case he left the lizard serum somewhere in here.
Although we are at 20, 30 FPS, it does look pretty good.
Let's see Craven's lizard serum here.
What am I looking for?
What are these potions? No serum. These drugs are for late-stage chemotherapy. Are these Craven's too?
Get me out of this.
The chapel prepared. St.
Ooh.
Sophia's only a few blocks from here.
Lightning.
Craven has to be there with the serum. Time to move.
Oh, it's doing it here as well. What the hell? Ah. 14 FPS. That's rough.
He's better read than I would have thought. Nothing like some light philosophy.
Oh yeah, it's right here. It's got to be the light here. That's pretty jarring.
No hunting could be so existential.
Ray tracing. Yeah, we can switch that off. We'll have to give it a second because it has to do the shaders. Just fully off. Should we just switch it fully off? So there. We'll leave everything else maxed. But we'll switch that off there. Does it oh okay. I think it's I think that has actually loaded. Sometimes you have to wait for it to compile shaders or something at the bottom, but I think that's actually right. I think maybe if I switch it back on, it has to. What's going on here?
So Craven has a pet tiger.
Look at that though, immediately. Look at the frame time. That looks so much better.
Dima.
It's
We'll play through like this for a little bit and wait till we get outside, because that's obviously the bigger test, is being able to swing around. Do make sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. Try and get as many likes as we can.
okay.
Did hit the 100 target already, which is pretty incredible. I appreciate that. We'll
Not tell me it
I'll wait till I get outside. We'll check it out with ray tracing off. But it looks like here, with everything maxed 4K, you can easily play at 60 or above, which is really decent. Frame time looks a lot better. Low, 0.1% low of 32 at the moment. Yeah, it's dropped. Hasn't actually dropped VRAM down. I thought it'd be a little bit more than that. It's, what, 14.4? So it's dropped it a little bit. Only maybe 500. Is it like 500 meg? Normally you see a little bit more ray tracing, but RAM has actually dropped down as well, which is good.
I can get used to this.
There is so much going on.
But this party's shut down.
Kick him off.
Grenade out. How you like me now?
God, my health's kind of low. Still, I think looks okay with ray tracing off. I do think you can notice. It doesn't look terrible, but that's the kind of sacrifice you have to make, really, I guess. Gonna, for sure, be more suitable at 1440p. Which we'll check out. Ray tracing at 1440. Definitely going to be much better. How come I've got no health? I can't heal. How's this guy still going? There we go. Smashing up the gaff. Do occasionally get a little bit of a dip under 60. Still 59 for a second there, but pretty good. Pretty good compared to Cyberpunk. Wait and see what it's like outside.
Gotta get to the chapel quick.
Is he also streaming from within or external? I'm not quite sure what that means. I'll try and decode it. Do you mean, am I streaming off the same PC?
That was fun.
I assume that's what you mean. Am I streaming off this GPU or external stream PC? If that's what you mean, I'm using a stream PC. So I'm not streaming off this GPU. He's an Nvidia fanboy. Who, me?
You should ice that.
Hey, Pete.
If I was an Nvidia fanboy, why would I have an AMD GPU?
I think I know where he is.
How's the suit?
Weird.
Why would I have bought an AMD GPU if I'm an Nvidia
Don't worry,
fanboy?
buddy. I'll take care of everything. Promise.
I've spent thousands on AMD. More than 1,000. Over the last couple of years, I've probably spent more than £5,000 on AMD products. Definitely don't think I'm a Nvidia fanboy. I test out both. I try and test out all three, AMD, Intel, and Nvidia. I've tested all three. What resolution? 4K at the moment, yes. Yeah, swinging around. My frame time yet again is, for some reason outside, it seems to give me this really, really choppy frame time. Might maybe be worth checking out, see if I can enable anti-lag. Shall I maybe try and do that in the overlay? Mehmet's upgraded his membership to the BB Club. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Try and post a lot of photos and stuff on there. Need to try and maybe get a video or two up on my build. But yeah, mostly holds 60. Just a little bit concerning about that frame time though. Everything else, power usage, as we've come to expect, still pretty much maxed, is it? 330. VRAM looks better. RAM looks better, although 25 is still pretty high. Everything overall doesn't look too bad. So you can do this at 4K if anyone is interested in playing at that. I know I was getting some questions yesterday about that. It can be done. You're just looking at probably your easiest way is really probably just either putting ray tracing to low or just switching it off. In most games at 4K, I'm not sure I'd really bother too much because you end up having to turn the preset down on like FSR or something really low, or use frame generation. Shall we see if... Let me see if I can enable... Earlier though, when I was trying to open the AMD overlay mid-game, it's not really working for me. Does anyone know the shortcut for the AMD overlay mid-game? What's the shortcut for it? Does anyone know the keybind? Is ray tracing on right now? No. It's Gigabyte Gaming. Anyone in chat know the keybind for the AMD overlay? Don't actually know what it is. Alt Z.
It's quiet.
Alt Z. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't work for me. I have big troubles trying to get the overlay working when I'm playing a game. It doesn't work for me for some reason. Alt F4. No, I'm not. I'm not that. I'm not that stupid.
It's you. I knew that was our meet cute. I knew it.
I should have seen that one coming. Who's this? Who's this big boy?
But I got some business to take care of.
Oh my god, the overlay did come up. Wait. The overlay's just popped up now. Bit delayed. I don't know. Oh, you can't see it anyway. What's it under? Games. Oh, it's not working. I can't actually fully see it. Oh no, it is working. Games. God, it's slow though. What the hell? If I try and enforce anti-lag, I mean, is this going to crash my game? I've put it on. It is Alt-Z. It's just for some reason very slow for me.
Has been up to no good lately.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Fears like a mini EMP. This is my city, not his jungle.
So,
Killed Scorpion.
anti-lag's on.
Lizard loose.
I wonder if that's going to fix my frame time out. What do you reckon? At the moment it looks okay. We'll swing around. The issue was swinging around really, wasn't it?
I'd like a word with him, especially about that last part.
Whoa, look at that there. Frame time there. I do definitely think this is probably more of a... this is kind of demonstrating more of the game is a problem as opposed to issues with the GPU. When we're seeing stuff like that.
Or these guys?
Dude, I'm getting absolutely smacked about here. Oh my god. How do I, jump away?
What's the matter?
Yeah, it's stuttering a bit, isn't it? What do I even do to this guy?
Is that all you got?
No!
Look out!
Right, we got our specials back. How do I dodge that one? Was it Ellen? Oh, I did not mean to do that. Hit the big guy! There we go. Absolutely yeet him. Right, so quite a lot of stuttering going on there. I don't think when I swing it around, has anti-lag, has that sort of helped us out here? The frame time still looks really choppy, doesn't it? What's happening? I don't think that's really fixed it for me. It does still look pretty choppy, doesn't it? Turn 4K path tracing. Yeah, we did do that already. I need to have a switch down to 1440p because we did see all of that already. At 40 FPS at native, and then it's not much better with FSR. FSR quality was the same FPS really. Wasn't much different. You need to go to ultra performance really, with ray tracing on at 4K. Damn, bro. Is frame generation on? No. No, not right now. Oh, getting this really crazy stuttering. My usage go down loads.
Enough song and dance.
At night, the game's naturally smoother. I don't know. I'd say it's worse. It seems worse. Like, look at my frame time. I think it could be the rain, though. I mean, look at this stuttering here. I think maybe I'm not sure anti-lag's really helping me here. I might switch that off. It doesn't seem like it's really done anything for me, does it? Yeah, okay, maybe anti-lag was causing me issues there. It actually looks better with it off. It's getting really weird drops to 30, 35. Oh yeah, but look at my frame time now. Yeah, I don't know. It still could be maybe a game thing. Definitely doesn't seem completely right. Any other settings you want to see quickly whilst I'm at 4K before I drop it down to 1440p?
Here to pick up a serum order for a Dr. Connors?
FSR 4 is better than yeah. It's not quite as good as DLSS 4 transformer model, but it's definitely better than FSR 3.
You have hunted.
It's definitely better than that.
This is good.
4K, yeah. Which settings at 4K though? I am currently at 4K.
Let's see if you have the strength to finish what you started.
I see a man. I sense a beast.
Why don't you set it free? I'm just here to save my friend.
Don't spam in the chat, please. Is this card overkill for 1080p?
We'll finish this later.
At what? Native?
My final hunt.
I mean, we'll check. I haven't seen 1080p on this yet. But realistically, I mean, 4K is about 30 to 40 for us with it maxed like that. We'll check out. I'll switch to 1440p now, and we can have a look at that. If I come into here and switch it, and then we can check out 1080p at some point. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be an opinion thing of whether it's overkill or not. I guess, like, what would be overkill for you? If you were getting 1080p maxed ray tracing at 60 FPS, is that overkill? For me personally, I'd say that's probably not overkill. Like, what's the threshold for it to be overkill? Like 100 FPS? So I'll come into here, drop it down to 1440p, so 2560 by 1440. I will then switch ray tracing back on. So we'll have that at native 1440p. It will take a second. You'll see in the top right, it says compiling ray tracing shaders. So we'll have to just give that a sec. So it's set to hit ray tracing ultimate. I think we've got everything else maxed. Ultra very high. Some of these settings don't go to ultra. And you can see 1440p here. Native, so no frame generation, no upscaling. Has it... How long does that take, I wonder, compiling? I don't want to jump into the game in case it maybe crashes. Is it 2K? There we go, it's loaded. That was 4K, but I'm now at 2K. So this at the moment is 1440p native.
I got the serum.
Ray tracing, everything fully maxed. Definitely looks a lot better than 4K.
Really well.
Seeing about... Oh no, I don't know. We're getting dips down still, 40.
He's somehow stronger than he
40
looks.
FPS there.
You can believe that.
Do definitely think it's probably a little hard to tell on this game, really, because the game also has lots of issues with performance, so determining if it's the card performance, you know. I'll definitely have to try it out on more games, FSR 4 as well. Because look at this frame time here, that looks rough, doesn't it?
How bad is the malfunction?
Not pleasant, but I can handle it.
Nice little, nice reflections here on this water. Is this flooded, this area?
Let me know how things go.
Why is this so...
Absolutely.
Talk soon.
Why is this area so wet? The whole thing is wet. What's going? The whole thing's wet. Is it wet? What's going on here? Nothing else is wet. Is it wet or is it just like... Why does that look weird? Why is it so shiny? Compared to everything else. That's weird. I thought maybe at first it was wet, but why is that wet and nothing else is? But yeah, still getting some weirdness in that frame time. It has... Benefit here is it has brought our power down. We're no longer stuck at 330. We're looking at about 270, 280. Definitely going to be better than 330 at 4K. I think you might maybe average, by the looks of it, about 55. That's what we've got at the moment. Realistically, you're looking at an average probably between 50 and 55. So you are still seeing some dips. Dips down into the 30s. It's 30s and 40s at some bits. On buildings as well, probably get quite nice FPS. You go about 60, maybe almost 70. In terms of VRAM, though, I think for whatever reason, this game really struggles when you switch ray tracing on because VRAM's still very high even at 1440p. And look at my RAM, 31 gig. What?
Okay, friends,
That's not good.
up about the commotion out in Jersey.
31 gigs, that's half of my RAM.
A secret hunter base? And Spider-Man
I've got 64. Technically not quite half, but...
Things are getting weird out there, folks. I mean, I know there's a lot of excitement about SM's black is the new black look, and I mean, it is fire and all, but... Spider-Man is here. Stop him! On the hunt.
Oh, damn, I've messed it up.
Hope you're leaving my city.
No! In the combat, seems to hold up fairly well still. Mostly around that 60 here. Might be worth going back to the main Manhattan area, because I think my FPS is actually worse there. Oh, damn, bro. Kick it off. It survived. No, it didn't.
That's all of them? Beautiful.
It does have frame generation, yeah. We don't have that on right now, though. Can I try Cyberpunk? I actually did already yesterday. If you did want to check it out, the streams of video now on the channel. I think we played it for about three or 4 hours. Look after burner because drop FPS GPU CPU. I don't understand what that means. You'll have to try and explain what you mean. I don't know what that means.
Crystals Miles told me about. I should check it out.
Had a test with the MMO. Which game? Still got that really choppy frame time though, even at 1440p. Oh, look at this here, 38. Do you think it's probably a game issue though, more than anything? I pressed it. Easy.
Next time, use your turn signals.
Wait, there's still someone. It's still got a red. Still got a red thing on it. Oh, we're getting really rough FPS here. What quality am I playing right now? Everything maxed at 1440p native, so no scaling or anything. Do I think it's better than DLSS 3 or 4? Probably, maybe better than 3, but not 4. I don't think... I think DLSS 4 is probably the best out at the moment in terms of... But then NVIDIA have been working on that longer. They're always a little bit ahead, I think, NVIDIA, so... It's never really a like-for-like comparison, really, because they always release it before and have been... You know... It was the same with 3. They released that quite a bit, actually, before FSR 3. I think AMD's always a little bit behind on it. It's still good, though. It's definitely it's much better than FSR 3. I never really thought FSR 3 was very good, in my opinion. In the games that I saw it, I thought it was always quite bad. Not bad, but I just wasn't... I wasn't blown away by it, is probably the best wording. I always thought it could have done with like quite a lot of improvements in a lot of games.
Here we go.
Is that the last break-in I'll ever stop? Not with my luck.
FSR, yeah, we can switch FSR on. FSR 4. Just put that on first. Let's just set it to quality. That should really give us 60 FPS. I say that, but we're getting 70 here. Hopefully we don't... Oh, we're still getting dips under 60. 52, 53. Do you think it's probably an optimization thing? Because it seems to maybe drop the usage. We're seeing 94% here, setting upscaling on. So the more you drop down resolution and upscaling, I think it's probably going to drop your usage down more and more. And ultimately, you're losing FPS there. You know, we've got another 8-9% of performance we're missing out on.
Hunter's getting resupplied.
Where are these people? Damn, bro, absolutely. I've had a shocker.
Sorry, were you in the middle of something? Am I not helping?
With that turning on FSR, yeah, but it's like I say, it's because of that usage. It's dropped my usage down, so ultimately you're switching FSR on, but you're using less of the GPU, and you're sort of missing out performance. The more you do that at lower res, but we have seen that on this game before. But it does happen. It does happen in games sometimes. No, I got it, did I? Faked frames? There's no frame generation on at the moment. I assume that's what you mean by fake frames, but that's not on. Realistically, I think you're probably going to be looking at balanced to really... I mean, even that, though, we're seeing some sort of really weird performance switching that on in this game. Realistically, to look, you're seeing my usage now 90%, so you're sort of missing out on 10% there, you know? So although we're getting 60, we're still maybe getting drops down the more you lower that. Though it's still seeing it come under 60. It's going to slowly make your lowest FPS better, but drop your power as well, but then you're ultimately using less of the GPU. So 1440p is obviously definitely going to be the better resolution to use here. You have much more options of what you can, you know, settings you can use in the FPS you'll get. It's not such a big trade-off. But even then, you can definitely do it at 4K, like I was saying. You just have to pretty much switch ray tracing off. Damn, how do I... I'm trying to get on top of the roof. How do I get out there? Oh, God. Look at that, perfect. Is this 4K? No, this is 1440p.
You still got it?
Is this game using 30 gig of RAM? It is right now, yeah.
This thing's made of.
Okay, I've overlaid the serum with an old sample of Connor's blood. If you can destroy the atoms blocking the lizard receptors, we can make an antidote, and then we're golden.
Like a goose.
Like a clever goose. So how's the suit working out for you?
Great, even. Just
I'm gonna really put it through its paces when this is over.
won't be long now.
Oh, I can't do the green. Is that it? I forget how to do these, yeah. Okay, cool. I don't know if you're supposed to get that. Damn. Oh, right. If I do that one, though. Oh, it can't be connected. Oh, wait. Oh, we just need to get rid of those, do I? Oh.
Huzzah!
Easy.
Wait,
I thought I had to get rid of the
the structure
brown bits as well.
to you?
Now what?
If we could beam a few electrons in there, it'd
Solidify, yo!
It's not like we have a...
I'm alright, how are you? Been a follower from... Yeah, I know, I recognise your name.
Shotgun for a haircut.
How's it going? How's Tectorial doing? I haven't really heard much from him recently.
The text said it needs repair, but maybe it's okay. Okay. No black holes, no black holes, no black holes.
No, it's not black hole, it's a nuke.
Huh. Pressure change popped an intersection out of alignment.
Dark Crime,
No
hello.
way to fix it without going inside.
You have a 3090 Ti, do you think you're due an upgrade?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I mean, I guess it depends
What are you doing?
what games you're playing, what settings you want to play at. Is your 3090 Ti struggling in the games you're playing?
About this.
Relax and be a good proton.
Huh?
I mean, it's a decent GPU for 1440p, I would have thought, unless you're trying to do cyberpunk path tracing or something.
So, what's the particle accelerator like?
Amazing. You gotta crawl in this when you get the suit back.
Oh, yeah, it's at the top of my list.
What's gonna happen when I
This looks good in here, doesn't it?
There aren't any
So
other
in a sec,
problems.
I'll it's probably worthwhile switching. We'll switch frame generation on as well. We haven't seen that yet at 1440p, have we? We also, it'll be worthwhile to also see 1440p without ray tracing. See how it does with that. AMD shares, yeah. What's going on with AMD shares? They've just been going down and down.
Use the magnets to stabilize it. How?
Recently, haven't they? Oh, over the last sort of 12 months or so.
Particle accelerators do not have sweet spots. Now the other. There, good? There's one more set of magnets ahead. If you can't stabilize the beam, it'll destroy the serum.
Unfortunately, he's not making new content at the moment, trying to communicate with him, but he has other... Yeah, that's fair. I have occasionally... he has occasionally popped in the stream every now and then.
Like my library cards. Don't touch the beam, don't touch the beam. Next. You did it, Pete. We're home free. Come on out. What is that? Probably a static discharge. Means the accelerator's working. Clever frickin' goose.
Will that hit me? It doesn't look like that'll hit me. Oh, okay, it will hit me. God, it's making my brain hurt. It's like upside down spinning around.
Is it working? Lizard antidote, here we come.
I haven't tried it at 1080p yet. We will be dropping to that in a little bit.
It's got some sensitive ears.
Apparently. What happened?
More static discharges. The accelerator's still running though. The serum's okay.
Indiana Jones, yeah, I will check that out at some point. It's gonna, I mean, path tracing on that is gonna absolutely wreck the GPU.
You get that side, I'll get this side. Got it.
Extinguish the fires in the lab.
Good, good.
Easy peasy.
Fire suppression sensors. I'll try to trigger them manually.
Chuck a plant at it.
Should be, but if the fires damage the accelerator, we'll lose it. Easy.
Exactly, easy, mate.
Stop with the spreading already. Another fire's out. How you doing, Harry? I'm
He makes it look
every
easy.
safe block known to man.
What are the
Living right on
fires?
edge. But I was thinking, there's always one thing that goes wrong with any big undertaking. This was our one. Don't jinx us. Everything down here's clear. I just need to help out upstairs. Nitrogen, always useful. Here, you've got this under control.
Smashing up the gaff. Now, ray tracing is still on at the moment.
The last of them. It worked.
So you'll power it down, I'll grab the antidote, find Dr. Connors?
Not so fast. There are 67 shutdown steps.
Lock FPS
Take it
to
out before, then
60
we'll
and
use
use fluid motion frames.
Sounds like
Well, I mean, I don't really want to do that because we're trying to test it.
I could go get a pizza.
You wouldn't need to use fluid motion frames if you're locking it at 60.
Shut it down and get the antidote. I'll handle them.
No Craven? I thought we had a thing.
At least with these settings right now, you wouldn't need to.
Lee, tell me where he is.
I'm not using any frame generational motion frames here, and we've easily got above 60. Damn.
Call the others in. We are not losing him again.
Could you not, please? I'd like to keep my fight parties small. I thought Craven was only going after superheroes. Why are they here? They must have tracked me after I stole the serum. Sorry, Harry. Why are you apologizing? I'm not worried. You've got the suit. Kick their asses. What step are you on now, Harry? Diverting the beam into the auxiliary tunnel.
No, it's crashed. Oh no. Okay, we do have some issue with this then. It seems to crash. This exact same thing happened to me on Cyberpunk, didn't it? Is that a full crash? Looks like it, doesn't it? This is exactly what happened to me on Cyberpunk. To be fair, played for an hour and 20 minutes. It happened way more frequently on Cyberpunk, didn't it? Gonna have to alt F4 it. Damn. I've alt F4'd it, but I can still hear the game audio. Ah, damn. Okay. Because yesterday with Cyberpunk, we had what? We had 5 crashes. And we weren't sure if it was the game or that, but I don't know. We'll check out another game. If it still does it on a 3rd game, then there's no way that's like a game thing, is it? Because it was the exact same crash as well. It just hangs. The game just hangs. A bit annoying. At least we got a good hour and 20 minutes though. I think on Cyberpunk it was doing it every like half an hour, wasn't it? Did I buy the card at MSRP? No. Am I using AMD encoder for the stream? No. I'm using a NVIDIA NVENC. Am I going to be texting Stalker? Oh, I'd have thought you probably don't want to text a stalker. Well, a stalker would be texting you. Oh, I didn't know it was going to bring me straight back.
You are not his only prey. Lee, tell me where he is.
No, I'm joking. You mean testing Stalker 2? I will do, yeah. We'll do that at some point. Wait, what settings are we even running here? Has it done something to my settings? So we're still at 1440p. What else have we got? We've got ray tracing set to the max. I think we've probably got... Have we got FSR full balanced on? Was that it? Yeah, okay, cool.
Call the others in. We are not losing him again.
Could you not, please? I like to keep my fight parties small.
Craven was only going after supervillains. Why are they here?
They must have tracked me after I stole the serum. Sorry, Harry.
Why are you apologizing? I'm not worried. You got the suit. Kick their asses.
Watch his way. What step are you on now, Harry?
Diverting the beam into the auxiliary tunnel. What's new with you?
Well, I just got an extension on my student loans.
Oh, this is way too
Real
many.
excited about that.
Oh, God. Hit him with the plant.
We're making good progress. Only 30 steps left until the end.
No.
Right, because I don't think these guys are gonna stop coming.
You got this, buddy.
I didn't do anything. Dude, these things are so hard.
Coming down.
It's this big boy. How do I dodge that one? I honestly don't even know. It just blocks everything. You don't block that. Damn. Hey. Right, well, let me know in the chat what other settings you want to see at 1440p. We'll switch frame generation on.
I'll finish it and grab the
Do that in a sec.
I can't leave.
overall, I think FSR, at least indoors, we're getting really pretty decent FPS indoors here. It's going to be less outside. I think overall image quality with FSR 4 is very good, in my opinion, even at set to balanced. I'm playing at 4K. No, this is 1440p.
Craven's gonna have fun with you.
If you haven't already, do make sure to drop a like on the stream. Try and get as many as we can. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Trying to get 100,000. A bit far off, but maybe in the next 5 years we'll get there. Oh, I like that move.
Come and get me. What the hell was that? I don't know. I was just so.
I've also just realised I've got
You okay?
my like absolute special.
Go into the breaker room. I can do the next steps there. You okay?
Yeah. I feel amazing.
What RAM am I using? Everything the PC specs in the description. G skill. I'm using those 6000.
Craven was smart to stay home.
But all the PC specs are in the description. Damn, bro. Oh my god. I'll get this thing. This thing's still made it.
Is that all the hunters you have? Really?
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this here, what the hell? If the stream reaches 1,000 likes, I'll jump in a lake. I don't even know if there's a lake near me. There's a little river, but it'll only go up to my... It wouldn't even go up to my knees.
Before we get down to business, there's something I have to tell you. I'm fresh out of honey.
Am I streaming on the same PC? No. I have a second stream PC. That reminds me, actually, I need to... I said yesterday I'll put my stream PC specs in the description as well, but I'm using a 4060 for the stream, and the CPU's a 4900K. I know it's a bit of a mismatch, but I used to have a 4900K CPU as my main CPU. So I just switched that CPU out, basically. Dude, what the hell? I'm dead. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've got my special. My absolute beast mode.
Maybe we'd even keep some of it as a patch of honor. Oh crap. Those arrows must have ruptured the accelerator.
Might as well use this.
Can you still shut
Oh
it
my
down?
god.
What about the antidote?
Can I finish him? Oh, it's so close.
Time to start crossing fingers.
That was OP. That was properly OP, that. Oh my goodness, dude. Can I not do any damage? Doesn't seem like I do any damage when I hit him. Do I use AV1? No. NVENC. Game goes on. Hello, you got 4060 as well. Nice. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, it's just a mismatch. I got a 4900K in there. The complete opposite ends of the spectrum. 4900K with a 4060. It's like the biggest mismatched PC. Could easily use a lower CPU, but I just already have that CPU, so might as well just use it. And I'm not sure I could sell it. I'm not sure anyone would want it. After the crashing issues. After the bad press of the 14, like the 14, the instability. I'm not. It might be a struggle to sell.
Just a few steps left. We can still finish the antidote. I know we can.
Hunters! You all should have ran when you had the chance! So you like smashing things? Have I smashed?
So definitely quite a bit of a range, you know. In this area, we were getting 120 before. Now we're getting 70 to 80 in this bit, I think, just because there's so much going on. Outside is then also going to be about 70 to 80. Dude, there's so much going on. I don't even know what to do.
Are you hearing this, Harry? How much longer?
I know. I'm on the last 2 steps.
There's way too many. I'll use my special.
Place is coming down.
Here we go. This is it now. Big moves.
It'll hold. I'm so close.
That has saved me.
Harry!
Just give me a second.
There we go. Is ray tracing on right now? It is, yeah.
Let's go.
Is there any point of upgrading? I mean, you would see an improvement, obviously, with that difference between those CPUs. I guess it depends on money-wise. I mean, in between ground, you could maybe go to a 7800 X3D. It's going to be the same. It's going to be AM5. Either way, you have to change your motherboard as well. But I think the 5800 X3D is still a pretty decent CPU.
The foundation.
I don't care about
I guess it
that
probably
right
depends how expensive it is, where you are, what country you're in.
Get in there and see what you can save.
Try Wukong. Yeah, I'll definitely have a look at Wukong.
Of the damage.
Maybe on... I don't know if I can stream tomorrow, so it might be on Monday.
The foundation doesn't matter.
I'm stuck on that bear, though.
This was our dream, and it still is. But right
That
now, we have to
flaming
focus on
bear.
finding Dr. Connors and getting you healthy again. I got this.
No crashes today. Oh, I had one crash. I had one crash the same as Cyberpunk. The game just hung. Crashed about 10 minutes ago. Played for about an hour and 20 minutes, and it's been fine. Just one crash, though. Not as bad as Cyberpunk so far, touch wood.
Hey, you've reached peak.
This looks good here, doesn't it?
It's good enough. Leave a message.
Is this Times Square? It is.
Where are you, Pete?
I've been here. I've been right down here.
Yankee.
Hey, dude. One of the friends
Right here.
wires all crossed with an old Hunter transmission.
Oh, FPS here, 40. That's what I mean. On that mission, I had 120 at some point. Then it was dropping down to 70 to 80, and now I'm getting 40 to 50 here. Yeah, I went on these steps.
Haley and I are a little worried.
It's okay. I
Just
need
picture
everything
that.
to get back to
Benchmark
normal.
boy.
I'll make
Times
it up
Square.
to you, though, for missing her exhibit.
Okay.
Right here.
Hope the lead pans out.
I always see things the same way. You would do the same for me.
Have I bought 5070 series? I've got a TI, not a 5070 though. So what we do want to do is we do also now want to have a look with frame generation on like this before I go back to native and switch ray tracing off. So if I put it back, I'm going to put it back to quality. And then if we get frame generation on. That should hopefully keep you above 60 at that point and not really have too many dips down. So we're seeing there an increase from about Probably looking at realistically maybe 20 to 30 FPS increase on average. Seeing 75, 80 here. Before we had sort of 50, didn't we? 40 to 50 in this bit. Only issue we're getting at 1440p is that lower GPU usage, still at 91%. So we are missing out on some performance there. Even some dips down here though, 52 again. I do think, 45. Do you think that is a game thing though, as opposed to the hardware? Like, seeing 71% usage, I think it's the game still. I know it's definitely been patched 1 or 2 times since I last played, but it does still seem to see like it's got problems. Definitely not completely fixed. And at long distances, sort of noticing it look a little... Remember on Cyberpunk where it looked AI generated the image in the distance with the ray reconstruction? It kind of looks a little bit like that, yeah. So yet again, probably going to be better switching the ray tracing settings down, I think. That's the big killer on this.
And then next we're looking at a war zone. And yeah, listen, clearly those hunters were involved. Clearly they're the baddies here. But y'all saw the same footage of Spider-Man I did, yeah? The way that new black suit moves, how vicious it is.
Should hopefully, at tops of buildings, should get some pretty decent FPS. See, we're fine up here, 100, 110. As long as you just stay on tops of buildings, you're fine. The issue is when you go down here. Set the power sliders to max. It is max. It's using less power here because we've dropped all the... essentially, we've got all the settings dropped down. At 4K, I'm using, like, the max. 330 to, like, 350 watts. Dropping down here because I've lowered all the not the graphics, but we've got 4... The more you drop the resolution, we drop to 1440p and we're using upscaling. If you keep dropping those things, you're going to use less power. We're also missing like 10% GPU performance as well, so power's going to be a little bit less for it to be hitting 90%. Definitely do think there's more image issues, like there's a lot of shimmering and stuff going on with frame generation on. Do you think that is a bit noticeable? GPU at full load, it's the game. It's a game problem. The game hasn't been able to fully utilize any GPU I've tested on this. Just poor performance on the game. Oh, what's going on here?
What's up? I'm stopping you today.
What the hell is that? What on earth is... How do I get this guy? There we go.
That tanker needs to be sealed up.
Oh, what do I do here? Easy. Do we now also... Let's... I'm going to fully switch. I'm going to go back to 1440p. Check out natively. So if we... Let's switch... I'll switch ray tracing off first. Switch that all completely off. We should hopefully get some pretty nice FPS. at 1440p like this. Yeah, look at this, 100. So that, in my opinion, is really going to be the big killer. You have to decide if you want ray tracing on or not, because it performs so much better without it. Realistically, average of 120 almost here. Still maybe some dips down to 90s, but I think your overall average is probably going to be above 100. And just everything else looks so much healthier. Look, VRAM 13.5. Looks so much better. Even power's like not fully maxed, 250 to 270-ish. Overall, I think everything's going to look much better. What's this?
Let's go, Spider-Bot.
So the resolution, 1440p. Tell you what I haven't done for a while on this is, actually I'll do that in a sec. Tell you what else looks much better, my frame time as well, although it does still look kind of choppy here. Look at all these like mini spikes in it. Wonder if I go near the water before, because that was when we went near water, didn't it? That's where it got really, really choppy. What about in combat as well?
They're really gonna brand someone? Brand someone your own size.
Would pair good with a 7800X 3D. Yeah, it would do, yeah. Should be fine with that CPU. Dude, that, like, what is that happens to, like, some sort of flamethrower?
Man, where do these people come from? Genki was right. The friend picked up a signal from this satellite. Let's see what we're working with.
What do you think then? Let me know in the chat of, like, would you use ray tracing or not? I'm interested to know.
A disgrace, but deadly nonetheless.
Maybe I should do a poll.
Kill them.
Craven, how many more people are on this guy's list? Drone. It's using this satellite network to track his targets. You're not getting away that easy. Picking up some kind of data surge from the drone. If I stay in the slipstream long enough, my suit can pull the embedded data and lead me right to Lee. These things have bombs? 50%. Download's looking good.
Well, this is kind of hard to control on a analog stick.
Only 10% to go. Have the data now.
This is overclocked. I mean, it's the overclocked version, but I haven't done any... Out the box it is. I haven't done any, like, manual overclock.
All the targets got corrupted into one file. The drone had no intel on Lee. But these people still need my help. Otherwise, they'll end up as heads on Craven's mantle. If there are more birds out there, I can decrypt them to discover the identities of the targets before it's too late.
No, it's native 1440p with no ray tracing at the moment.
He's gonna want to see this. Harry?
Just see getting an average of 150 there.
Hey,
Realistic with ray tracing on, that's like 50.
Listen, I saw you chasing that robot bird around.
Such a massive difference.
Do you need any kind of tech support?
Even down here. I think switching ray tracing off pretty much doubles the FPS, which is pretty nuts.
Doing that already.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm just feeling useless, and my mom would always say, if opportunity doesn't knock, hold the door.
What operating system am I using? Windows.
Ask her for advice. Isn't that weird?
Windows 11.
It's the same with me and my dad.
Did it crash again? No. Only one crash at the moment.
Thanks. And good luck out there.
You too, man. Maybe some advice will be good right now.
So I think VRAM and RAM actually look a little bit healthier. I do wonder if it was maybe maxing out VRAM and spilling into RAM or something before with the 32 gig. So we had like almost 15.5 gigs of VRAM and 32 gigs of RAM. So I think maybe it's spilling over. RAM is still insanely high though. 1440p with no ray tracing. We're still hitting 13.7. That is pretty high, isn't it? I'd expect maybe more 11 or 12. Because if you're trying to play this on a 12 gig GPU, we're using more than that here. Nightcraft, hello, how's it going? I love this game, the way you can see the detailing on like the windows and stuff. On the rooms. I think that's cool. I mean, that's completely copy and pasted, but still, it's cool. Benchmark boy always does the right test. But Dennis, thanks. Does streaming affect the performance? No, I'm streaming. I've got a stream PC, separate PC. I'm not streaming off this off my gaming. So there's no performance hit. Is FSR? FSR isn't on right now. No, we're just checking out native at this, but I can switch it on in a sec. I think you can definitely tell with ray tracing switched off. It's not. Game still looks pretty nice. It might be worthwhile. What's going on here? I can't interact. Might be worthwhile just switching ray tracing to low or something. We've maybe checked that. What's my opinion on the 9700 XT? Oh, I assume you mean 9700 XT. I think it's really impressive. Raster performance, I think. Things start to fall apart a little bit with ray tracing, as you'd kind of expect, I think, overall with AMD. It's not too bad, just if you keep it to low or medium and pretty much forget about path tracing, I think, in my opinion. Like, you have to drop the FSR presets down too much with path tracing to make it playable, and then I think it's like, what's the point?
If Pete's too busy.
Because there's a big gap between raster and ray tracing, because I'm getting... It's doubling my FPS by switching ray tracing off here.
Wish me luck, though. Thanks, Dad. I love you. So...
Which is like a massive difference.
Maybe I should try to find some hunter hideouts.
Disable SS. Yeah, I can do that maybe towards the end, just because I want to keep testing FSR 4, and you can't do both. You would obviously expect, though, FSR 3 would give you more FPS. You'd get more FPS than 4, but the image quality would be worse with 3. So that's the trade-off You get better image quality with FSR4, but you get less FPS compared to with FSR3. There's not really any too much around that though. You have a better quality image model is always gonna not give you as much FPS because obviously that's just how it works, isn't it? Until I guess the algorithms get so good, but it needs to. That's obviously take time. What is that I'm seeing here? What model? Gigabyte Gaming.
Here we go. Need enough data to figure out who this thing's tracking.
Oh, see, I thought this was... This is actually only a side mission. I thought this was a main mission thing when I did it before. There's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to stay tracked on that.
Almost at a full download. Scrape this bird clean. All done. Now, let's see who this roid rage city pigeon was after.
Can I turn on junction hotspot temperature on the overlay when I pause? It's there. GPU memory and GPU hotspot. Both there already.
This drone won't be bothering her anymore. Gotta take out the rest.
Right, so switch on, let's have some FSR 4 on now. So I've come down here, switch that on here, so FSR 4, set it to quality. You'll, with this on here, you really will not notice any difference between, yeah, you'll notice no difference here between FSR quality and native, really. The image quality is definitely much better than FSR 3, in my opinion. Pretty much from what I've seen, not much difference between quality and balanced. Even performance, I thought looked very good. It looked more like balanced. From FSR 3, I think things did start to look a little bit weird at performance on the odd occasion, and then ultra performance, I think you could definitely tell there was weird anti-aliasing, it looked like, and stuff, looking quite blurry. Which is fairly similar to what you see with DLSS 4, really. I still think ultra performance, even with that, is not that amazing.
Wait, what? Didn't retire afterwards? You're slipping, Spec. Won't last long, spider.
Is it 4K? No, this is 1440p.
You're gonna regret coming here, Spider-Man.
Yeah, FSR 4 looks good. From what I've seen so far, it looks decent. Only downside is you won't see as much of an FPS increase compared to FSR 3, but for me personally, I'm more than happy to have better image quality and not gain so much FPS. It doesn't bother me too much. Is ray tracing on right now? No.
can swing you over to an ambulance. They'll fix you right up.
Oh my god, thank you.
Quality should be 77% of resolution. I think it's 67% actually, isn't it? I think it's 67%. There is native AA, yeah.
Just a little bit farther.
So AMD missed the miss opportunity. How do you mean?
And touchdown. They'll take good care of you here.
Bless you, Spider-Man.
Still got his headphones on. How did he swing and his headphones stay on? That's pretty impressive. No, it does still... There is... I mean, I can switch to AA, native AA. It's just here, look, native. Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Here we go, native. FSR4, native AA. I think... Personally, for me, I've always said it, but native, being able to use DLAA or FSR native AA at 1080p and 1440p, I think a lot of the time makes it look way better. At 4K, not so much difference, but at these low resolutions, like this looks really crisp. Not often, I'll see 1 or 2 FPS hit by switching native AA on sometimes. Same with DLAA, 1 or 2 FPS sometimes. Doesn't look like it's too much. Too much here, probably won't notice, to be honest. Can you use path tracing on Cyberpunk with this? Which resolution? It's going to be rough. 4K we had, what, 10 FPS with path tracing. 1440p was about 20 to 25 FPS, and I think 1080p was about 40. That's native, if you're playing at native resolutions.
I'm there. I'm clocking in.
I think personally, in my opinion, if you want to use path tracing, you've got to be looking at an NVIDIA GPU, really, in my opinion, because you can obviously switch it on an AMD, but your performance, you're going to have to use low presets of FSR, and at the moment, Cyberpunk doesn't support FSR 4, so you're going to have to use FSR 3, which doesn't have as good image quality. It's just... Switching path tracing on in that scenario, to me, just doesn't make sense, because you've got path tracing on, but then you're using, say, FSR performance, ultra performance. It's like... The image is so much worse than if you just played natively with no ray tracing. Do you see what I mean? You're muddying the image so much, what's the point? You might as well switch. There's no point having path tracing on, if you see what I mean. You're trying to increase the quality of the look of the game by switching path tracing on, and then you're degrading it by using FSR Ultra Performance, so it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't sort of add up. I just wouldn't recommend that. Maybe when we get FSR 4 in Cyberpunk, it will definitely look better image quality-wise, but could be a while, honestly. Before we get that, it took a while to get FSR 3 in that game.
Like
don't know how long it'll take to get 4.
I thought they were going to shut these down.
$9070 XT seems to have some game crash issues. Yeah, no, I don't know at the moment. I mean, Cyberpunk was pretty bad yesterday. We had, what, 5 or 6 crashes? This game, I've had 1 crash so far. I don't know what it is, though. I mean, it's obviously pointing towards maybe a driver thing, because it's happening to me in multiple games now. But I'm not getting any error. I'm not getting a specific error. The game just, like, stops, and I have to Alt-F for it. Normally with AMD, I often get driver timeout, but I'm not getting any of that. Cyberpunk just gave me a black screen, which does seem like a driver timeout. This game just froze. It just fully froze, and I had to Alt-F for it. I'll keep an eye on it. If it keeps doing in other games too, then it's almost definitely maybe a driver thing.
And still in control of his green alter ego. Dr. Connors? Dr. Connors, you here? How long has that been going off?
Imagine some guy coming into your room looking like this.
Connors' family. Heard his wife left with their son after the first lizard fiasco. Not that Craven cares.
What happened to 1% FPS, dude? What do you mean? What happened to it? You want me to reset it? I can reset it here. Thanks for subscribing, guys. AL4, RKO. RKO! Wayland.
Dual sinks, but only one's used.
This is the big test. Oh my god, I can see myself in the mirror. It's happening. This mirror's flickering though. Do you see that? You see that? That looks... Can you see that on the stream? Yeah, I think you can. That I don't know what that is. This mirror doesn't do it. This mirror looks fine. This mirror sort of flickers. You see that?
Doc? Connors was here, all right. And fighting for his life by the looks of it.
You'll have to keep it in English, otherwise I'll have no idea.
Genetic recombination research?
I'll have no idea what it says.
He came home to cure himself.
I understand a bit of German. But unless it's either one of those two.
Hard to do experiments in your living room, though. Oh, man. What did Craven do to you, Doc? He tore through here.
Just ordered a rig just like this. Nice. What GP, like what model? GPU?
Low? No numbers on the keypad.
He said competition is good, otherwise they will rob us. Oh, as in, this is what he said. I see what you mean.
Keys play different notes. Maybe the code's a song? Should search the house for something musical.
Or just process of elimination. Search the house. Don't need to, mate.
Connors loves his secrets.
Oh dear.
This lab probably kept him and his family safe whenever he had an episode.
Oh, it's Turkish, is it? Interesting. I was looking at the language. I thought, I don't know. I can't really tell what language that is. Dude, what is that on there? Is that a snake? What the hell? This is without ray tracing, yeah.
Motion sensor triggered the security cameras about 30 minutes ago.
What did he put in me?
He was trying to test his blood.
What GPU do I recommend with an i7-7700? What resolution and stuff do you want to play at? Like, are you looking at the latest GPUs, or are you looking at previous gen GPUs?
Craven's gonna pay for
Model of GPU. Gigabyte Gaming, I got it for about £700. So, a bit more than MSRP. £1440p at the moment, yeah.
It couldn't hold him.
Figure out M&M's. Hello, good evening.
Likes it.
How's it going? Your name's a bit of a tongue twister. I'll just call you Eminence. Or Eminence. Is that Eminence? Like Remnants.
You have no idea.
Streaming card is 4060. Big boy.
Let me tell you how this is all gonna go down.
Beefy boy. I'll tell you what, the 4060 is power efficient. I'll give it that.
But if you or Craven keep going after it, you'll land.
That's one thing I will give Nvidia is they are power efficient. Although maybe the 5090 not so much, but a lot of the 40 series are quite power efficient, especially the mid tier and low, mid to low, anything but the high.
The list just
What the hell? Damn, bro.
This whole lizard hunt ends now. Does Craven even know what he did to Connors?
Oh no. What settings did we any other settings we want to see whilst I'm at 1440p? One thing I did want to try before I switch it down. Did we maybe want to see we might as well see frame generation and FSR4 quality together with no ray tracing. So you can see that there, FSR frame generation, FSR4 quality, ray tracing is off, but all the other graphics are still maxed out. So these set to ultra, very high. What kind of FPS? Should get some pretty serious FPS with this. Oh, I didn't have my hand on the controller. Yeah, look at this FPS here. Oh, dude, I've panicked. I've absolutely panicked there. This is bad. Get me out of this.
Craven wants a hunt. I'll give him one he'll never forget.
We need a heal. Here we go. Oh, no way. Dude, I'm getting absolutely messed up here. Try and get out of the way of that big guy. What the hell? There we go. Look at this FPS though here. Sheesh.
Triangulating position. Target located at Harlem Fish Market. All teams converge.
Lizards across the river.
How's the latency with frame generation currently? I mean, it's fine at the moment, but it's because our base FPS is more than 60, so we shouldn't have any real noticeable difference of latency with frame generation on. Cyberpunk. I've got a video from yesterday on the channel. We did stream Cyberpunk for about 3-4 hours. So if you did want to check that out, it's on the channel. Call of Duty. Yeah, I could test that Call of Duty at some point.
The city needs me
I think that has FSR 4, doesn't it?
right now.
4K with ray tracing off. It was mostly okay. It was around the sort of 50 to 60, I think.
Pete?
It did still have some dips down. It went up to almost like 70 in some bits. It still did have quite an aggressive range of FPS, but it was way better compared to it on. I think we even maybe hit 80 at some bits. I mean, I can switch back to that in a little bit.
I'll text you. It's beautiful. The mural. I mean,
Bet you can run it native, no DLSS frame generation with ray tracing in 4K. No. Ray tracing really kind of wrecks this GPU, really. Especially at 4K. We had sort of 40-ish, 40 to 50-ish. Loads of dips down into kind of high 20s, really. I got FPS here, though, with frame generation on. 280, well, just cracked 300 there, average of 250. Interestingly, though, power's up again, about 310, 320. VRAM's gone up a little bit, 14 gig, but we're still not seeing it max out our GPU usage either, 94, 95%, so a little bit of performance left on the table there, but I mean, frame time looks really nice. Going to be really smooth playing like this. I don't even have a monitor to really utilize this because I've only got 144 Hz. I do have a 1080p 240, but you're going to watch some path tracing benchmarks. Yeah, I mean, path tracing on this is not great. We did CES today in Cyberpunk. 4K was 10 FPS. 1440p was 20 FPS. And 1080p was about 40 FPS. So with path tracing, it's not great. Oh my god, 430 FPS on buildings. Nah, it's just because we were looking at. Oh, I mean, you do get 400 there. That's pretty nuts. One thing I do want to try before we drop down to 1080p is I just want to have a look and see if we can go use like low ray tracing settings to see if we can get any performance out of that. So I think the lowest preset you can actually go is high, which is probably, it goes high, very high, and then ultimate. I'll give it a sec to compile the ray tracing shaders, and then we'll check 1080p because I know there were a couple of people who did want to see that. Do make sure to drop a like on the stream. We've just hit 500 likes, which is awesome. See how many we can get before the end of the stream. What game do I check out next? Probably won't be on tomorrow. Don't know if I'll be streamed tomorrow, but I'll stream probably every day next week. From Monday, I do want to check out Alan Wake 2. That's got path tracing, and that'll be brutal. Also, anyone watch Premier League today? I didn't see what the final scores were. Liverpool beat Southampton. Southampton will win though, won't they? Man City lost. What a shame. Big question, did Portsmouth win? Did Pompey win? Oh, they didn't play, but they're playing Leeds tomorrow. Oh, that's not going to go well. Try lower values? What do you mean? I'm just waiting. If you see in the top right, I've switched ray tracing back on, so it's just compiling the shaders. It's actually taking a bit longer than what it did before. You can see it in the top right. Yeah, you can definitely see that on the stream. So I don't know. I'm worried if I Oh, it just says it at the bottom. But you're probably not going to see the complete performance until that finishes. Age of Wonders? What game's that? Okay, now it's done. Yeah, you can see our FPS dip down. Do you mean Age of Empires? What's Age of Wonders? So, oh my god, look. Even with ray tracing on its lowest preset, which is high, still going to see it under 60. 50. And look at this frame time too. I think VRAM becomes a big problem here. But I think it's a game problem because I'm only seeing 14. We've got 16, obviously. And yet, I go up to, look, almost 31 gigs of RAM, system RAM. Still don't think they've fully really fixed this game, to be honest. Yeah, look at that frame time pacing. It does feel quite stuttery. PS5 Pro is better than the 9070. It probably isn't though, because you have a lower quality ray tracing on console compared to PC. And realistically, what's the PS5 Pro doing in fidelity? Is it 30 or 40 or something? Honestly, if the PS5, like I like PS5, but if you're being completely honest, if it was running this level of detail, it would be like 20 FPS realistically, or even less. With no scaling, no dynamic resolution scaling, it'd probably be about 10 FPS, to be honest. Doesn't drop below 60, yeah, but like I say, it's not using these settings. Console doesn't have the same ray tracing as PC. And also, the only thing I don't like about console is you don't know what's actually going on. If you see what I mean, like dynamically scaling and to keep you fixed at 60. If it's likely doing stuff like that, which makes it very difficult to actually compare to anything on PC because we don't have any of that switched on. If we had dynamic resolution scaling switched to 60, it would stay at 60 because it would just lower textures and quality and stuff to keep you at 60. That's sort of the stuff that you get on console to try and keep it performing consistently. Why don't I stream on Twitch? I don't really know if my content is really very good for Twitch.
Looks empty, but I better check it out.
So a lot of my content's videos and stuff for benchmarks, and Twitch isn't really a video thing, is it? It's more like a streaming thing. Could maybe multi-stream, but I'd have to set it all up.
They're using drones to track the lizard. Maybe I can
and it's just me. It's just been me by myself, so it's already quite tough to just keep the YouTube going.
Yep. Good to know. Gonna keep my distance. I can't let these guys find the lizard first. Gotta clear them out.
So I think with ray tracing set to high, it's still relatively okay FPS. It's just not as consistent or stable across the board. Much bigger range in FPS. I do think now it would be worthwhile if we do switch down to 1080p, because I know some people did want to see that probably a while ago now, and it's taken me a while to switch it down. So if we fully max this out, go to Ultimate, and if we just switch this down to 1080p for a little bit, and then I can switch it back, but it's always worthwhile to check out. So at least we've seen everything, we've seen all the resolutions from 4K to 1080p, and that looks impressive, doesn't it? Wait, let's have a look at the... We'll play through it like this for a little bit, because we want to see what it's like outside as well, don't we? You can see everything maxed, ray tracing set to ultimate, and you can see 1080p here, 1920 by 1080, frame generation upscaling all off. That's impressive in here, 130. Definitely going to dip down once we get outside. Look at that for a stealth move, huh? How do I get that guy? How do I grab him? No, I think I want to get out. I'm not saying console's a bad thing at all. I like console. I want to get PS5 Pro really. It's just I personally obviously get a lot of people trying to compare. I think it's hard to compare PC to console. They're sort of developed completely differently, and they're aimed at two different scenarios, really. Console's built purely to just optimized play, where it just plays as consistently as possible, so all the settings it uses are designed to do that. On PC, obviously, you can change it to absolutely anything. And there's obviously different developments between the two in terms of ray tracing, what's the word? Not demand this, but like, you know, on PC ray tracing can drop you 30, 40 FPS. That doesn't happen to you on console because the detailing of it, like the ray counts, all of these things are lowered like massively in comparison. So obviously you would expect it to play way better because the hardware realistically isn't good enough to be able to run anything like that. As we even see on PC, there's no hardware on PC that can even run stuff like that great. Ideally, I want to try and get PS5 Pro because I want to play GTA 6 on it, and I want to play Death Stranding 2 and that Ghost of Yotei as well. Those 3 games.
Any sightings? Just sign. But it is fresh. The beast was here.
Any way I can actually take any of these guys out without a look? I can probably get that guy. No, I can't actually, can I? Maybe. There's no distraction though, is there?
Quiet. I heard something.
Oh, they're both going. Go! Oh. I was trying to zip back up. So FPS here dipping down, 70 to 80 now. Still at 1080p obviously. Really be interesting to see what that does get like outside. Frame time does definitely look a lot better though, doesn't it? And it did do it at 1440p. Oh wow.
So if anyone's prey, it's not the scary lizard dude.
I will never get tired of watching you kick serious ass. And we got our birdie. See if your suit can override the drone's motherboard.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
You've got 100 degrees on the hotspot.
Okay. Rebooting the altimeter.
Wow, that's very warm.
It's alive! How do I look? Like a robot drone, man.
Hotspot 78, memory 84 something wrong. No. That's really very average.
That was fast.
Memory junction and hotspot temperatures.
This thing handles like a tank.
My 5090 would be 95. These are like very, very average temps.
Yeah. I think this way's
Nothing, nothing wrong at all.
Don't stress. I'll meet you on the other side. Garage might lead to Genki and Lizard.
It's fine. Yeah, no, they're really very, very average temperatures.
Here we go.
Resolution am I playing on? 1080p. 50 series is like fire. Well, yeah, I mean, on my 5080, the memory junctions are like way cooler because the GPU is huge. The cooling on that GPU is much better than my Founders Edition 5090. My actual GPU temp on my 5090 realistically is probably averages 75. On my 5080, it's 50. It's 25 degree difference. But the 5080 is probably double the size. It's an absolutely huge GPU. But you're comparing difference between Founders Edition and a MSI Supreme, so... What was that? Was that a fish? How does FSR 4 compare to DLSS 3? Or just DLSS? It's better than DLSS 3. It's not as good as DLSS 4. Oh, what do I do here? I can't move. What? Am I supposed to... Am I supposed to be able to move here? I can't move. What would I keep, 5090 or 5080? 5090. Oh, I'm moving. Oh, it's supposed to cutscene. That was weird. Can it handle 2K with ray tracing at native 2K? Yes, but it's not great. The range of FPS is huge, from like 30 to 50. And the stuttering frame time isn't great either. It just depends what you mean by can it like handle or not. I don't know what your perspective is of that. If 50 FPS with lows of like 25, 30 and a really bad frame time. Where do I live in the UK? Guess.
No idea, but I've seen some things.
Can you tell? Do I have an accent? Probably not.
Find this lizard dude.
Cool. Yeah. Drone doesn't have a lock on him though.
Some people say I have an accent, but I don't really know. I don't really hear it.
I can hear him. He's somewhere around here. His tail almost got me.
South? Yeah. Definitely south, but where? South's a big old place. South mush. South London? No, no, no. Way, way south.
Genki,
South coast.
behind me. Gear slipped.
South coast, yeah. Ports of Southampton area. Pompey mush.
It's just his skin.
Doesn't that mean he's getting bigger?
Hungrier too.
Have I got wait, what? Have I got to fight him?
Hey man, new threads? The building's swarming with hunters. Any sign of Connors? Yeah. Genki's tracking him.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Mr.
Not Wales, no. Definitely not. Not Wales, no.
But the date isn't complete.
I don't even know if I can do the Welsh accent. Wales, it's like that.
Blood?
That's pretty much the only word I can probably do.
Wait a sec.
Wales. You sound like Gavin and Stacey. That's pretty much it.
Andy.
Dude, this is great data. Hang on a sec. Okay, I think I got a lock.
Genki, wait, be chill.
Caesar, hello.
That wasn't me.
What games have you played? Has it been crashing for you? I've had crashing on every game I've played so far.
Let's go.
Same accent as Colin Furs. I don't know who that is.
Go, go, go! Take him alive!
Can't lose.
Right, I'll reset the lows.
Harry's dying, and he's the only one who
Outside here, at least, this would be a good test. It does seem... I know someone earlier... Okay, we had big spike in the frame time there. Let's drop the low down again. Look, oh, 9 FPS. I know someone earlier was asking, can I play this at 1080p ray tracing max? I mean, this is it, and this is what I was talking about with ray tracing. Look at this frame time here. So at 1440p, it's not better than this, obviously. This is the kind of sort of experience, really. The FPS isn't too bad. It's just the consistency of it, and the frame time just doesn't look good at all. Even here, look, dips down to 40 still. No crashes. Oh, right, okay. I've had crashing on Cyberpunk and this. This one, luckily, I've only had one crash, but Cyberpunk had about 5 or 6. It just black screens, and I have to alt F4.
In fact, a saltwater tidal flat. Spider-Man is fighting on right now.
Just touch wood. I'll check it out in more games. It might maybe just be a couple of games. It affects it for me.
Help the tour boat! Right, I've got the metal murder bird.
Feels laggy, yeah. I mean, we're dropping down to 30 FPS sometimes.
You about going after Connors.
I think it is probably more of a game issue, though. This game, performance-wise, we know isn't the best.
That all you got?
This scene especially seems to stutter loads.
How you looking? This gunship won't
That
quit.
frame time.
I'm right behind you. We'll take it down together. No time.
VRAM, though, doesn't look too bad at 1080p ray tracing. But RAM's still 28 gigs of RAM at 1080p. Oh god, I'm hitting 26 FPS.
No. Spider-Man has got defenses. Spider-Man, hang on.
New drivers are out today, are they? Did new drivers come out today? Or did they just come out just now?
Over there! The one with the tendrils! Move, move, move!
Because I checked earlier and I didn't seem like there was an update. Oh, look at this sick. Oh my god, 13 FPS. Seems like this cutscene's probably... Optimization in this cutscene's horrendous.
He's right behind you. I know. Whoa. Speed faster. Fly faster.
Let's see if we can try and make this any better with FSR 4 or something for this bit. It could, because I'm not sure that can be that can't be too great to watch. Should we try balanced out? I don't know how much that's going to save us here. Realistically, probably need to switch ray tracing off. Okay, that's better. 60. Still getting a dip into the 40s though. Cool little scene though. At least you don't get the lows of 20 anymore, it more goes into the 40s. Probably one of the worst cutscenes in the game I've seen, I think. Reminds me a little bit. Anyone ever played Uncharted? The cutscenes in that, I love that game.
He got away from us.
It's good, Pete.
I wish they'd do a new one.
Save the tracker. Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
He's not normally like that, right?
No. He's never like that.
Sony game, what? Uncharted, yeah.
In the Upper West Side sewers. Better move.
That and Last of Us.
Hey, any look at Connor's house?
No.
Great games.
But tracking him right now.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Meaning something.
Miles was off this game. We almost had
People playing football down here.
I'm sure he was just trying to help.
Sometimes it's
What's
just
going on?
easier to do things myself.
Hey, that's not
Oh,
fair,
they're doing
Pete. We're a team.
We just
yoga.
really need Connors right now. For Harry.
Okay. Let me know when you find him.
Hey. No, no. Yes! Go! Lo, 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 lo. There's dropped frames or something. Sometimes it encoder overloaded. You mean for the stream? No. No. I'm not streaming off the same PC. It's just laggy because we're dropping from 80 FPS to like 40. So it's just laggy. Look, 36 FPS. That's what you're seeing. You're just seeing what I'm seeing. Go lo lo lo. It reminds me of I think it's in La Liga. I think in most of Europe, they're really like excited when there's a goal, but in the UK, people don't get. Commentators don't get that excited. I think there's one where it's Gareth Bale and he scored for Madrid, and the guy was like Bale, 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 Bale. Like, I love that commentary. You don't get that in the UK, really. They go crazy. Yeah, this is broken big time. It's ray tracing. Ray tracing literally kills this game. Because if we switch that off, go 1080p with that off, switch it back to native, it'll be a breeze. Just look at that. Whoa. Was there an event thing happening here? Well, there was. It disappeared. Oh, this would do it 4K. What, with ray tracing? Oh, it doesn't do well. It does not do well, brev.
I I can get into the sewers up ahead.
Get me in those sewers.
Harry, you're alive.
Because Spider-Man 2 is made for PS5? Yeah, but
I'm close to finding
all of the previous Spider-Man games that came to PC all ran really well. We had, what was it, Spider-Man Remastered and Miles Morales. Morales? Is that how you say it? Both those games ran fine. This game runs terribly.
Lead pipes are messing with the tracker signal. Where is he going? What's a security camera doing all the way down here? Only the lizard could leave a sewer worse than he found it.
King Cold. Hello, mate. I wanted to say F you and F the UK. What the hell? Oh, no. Oh, no. You're going to get a perm ban. Why you do that? You didn't get a thanks for subscribing? Thanks! Oh, what, by the bot? Yeah, sometimes it doesn't... I think sometimes it only picks it up if you have your subscriptions... You know, you can... Sometimes in YouTube, your subscriptions are private. If your subscriptions are private, then the bot can't pick it up, I don't think. But thanks for subscribing if you have. I think there's a setting, there's some like setting in YouTube where you can have public subscriptions on or something, so I don't really know even what that is, to be honest with you. But I think it struggles if you have that. If you have it set to private, I think it struggles.
Ugh, ripped open a sewer pipe. Must be trying to flood the tunnels behind him.
Right, any other settings we want to see at 1080p whilst I'm on that, or shall I just switch back to 1440p, shall I? Is that the most resolution people want to see? FUK is right. What's all the FUK? What's going on?
Seriously?
What did I do to anyone?
That's another camera. No way.
Come back to the European Union? Yeah, I mean, I didn't want that. I didn't want to leave.
Norman probably set this place
But
up for Connors back in the day.
what can you do?
Must be off the books.
I didn't want to go. Don't let me leave. But yeah, apparently everyone else didn't. Everyone else wanted it. Don't let me leave, Murph.
Old antidotes. Useless now. Wonder if this is the same sample Connors used for his original formula.
UK's beautiful. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'd go that far. Calm down, calm down.
Don't even want to know what's in these vats.
Nah, to be fair, some areas are really nice, especially up north. Honestly, up north, you get to like the Peak District and the Lake District. Honestly, sheesh. That looks way better than anything down here.
What the hell did Norman have Connors working on back here? These must be for the cameras in the tunnels.
What have I got to do then? Search for clues. What's this wiring?
seen this before. But where? Mutualism? Connor's always thought the answers to his problems lied in other organisms.
It made perfect sense to these. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't.
This symbol.
Politicians going to do what they're going to do, you know? I never really find it hard to really believe any of it a lot of the time. What have I missed? Can we get in here? Sweet.
Clean room too? Wait. This is our particle accelerator at the Foundation. Connor's used it to break down some mineral?
In Spain, we don't have a nice financial district. Financial district? What, like Canary Wharf or something?
Was that me?
In London, is that what you mean? Is that? I mean, I guess that is considered a financial district. That's where all the banks are, isn't it?
Okay, what are we working with here? That's not it. Nope.
You not have anything like that in Spain? Not in like Barcelona or Real Madrid or something? Real Madrid? Madrid. I've actually been to Barcelona. It's actually really nice.
We've been through this before, Connors. If you're in there, I could really use your help.
Damn, bro, this thing's massive. Smack him about. I've actually got my special as well. Should I just whack all that out? Yes, screw it. Let's go. Let's finish this thing off. Smack him. Smack the lizard. Hit him. What a boss fight this is. Give him everything I've got. No. Oh my god, he's eating me. Easy. In Madrid you have 4 big towers. Yeah, I haven't actually been to Madrid. I was going to go. So I've been to Barcelona and I've been to Valencia. I had a friend who used to live in Valencia. And I was going to go to Madrid one day. But I basically I was too hungover, basically, put it simply. The plan fell apart. It was supposed to be a day trip to Madrid, but yeah, I was too hungover. I will go at some point though. I was too hungover and it was too hot, and I was like, I can't do this today.
We could have finished this already. Stay still.
Oh my god, he keeps grabbing me. Oh no, my health. Okay. He's gonna absolutely wreck me. What have we got? What do I do here then?
I saved you before. I'll save you again.
Damn, bro. Yeah, hit him off.
I can cure you.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh. One punch. Should we switch back to 1440p for now? Is everyone more interested in seeing that? Probably. Let's go for that. I mean, pretty decent FPS there with ray tracing off. Like I say, that's really the big killer. You can pretty much run with any settings, even 4K, as long as you don't have ray tracing on. Get reasonably decent FPS, but I'm at 1440p now, ray tracing off, everything else maxed. Should still get some pretty decent FPS like this, really. Oh, damn. I wasn't ready. Oh my god, I wasn't ready. I also forgot to upgrade all my things again. Someone needs to remind me to do that. I keep forgetting to upgrade. Which I think probably means I'm not really doing as much damage with my specials, I guess.
I saved you before. I'll save you again.
Perfect dodging. Not that one.
Too long. Better just avoid it. I can cure you for good. Just meet me halfway here.
We got it. Oh god. Oh god. Smack him, smack him, smack him. Oh no. No! Oh my god, my health's so low. No! No! No, he's gonna do the grab. Oh my god, look how low his health is. Hey! Yeah, no ray tracing 1440p with the graphics. Everything else is maxed at native. You need minimum $1,300 PC to compete with PS5 Pro. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, PS5 Pro is specifically designed to just be, it's just designed for gaming.
Oh, no, you don't.
You can do a lot more on a PC than you can on a PS5 Pro. Gonna cost a bit more. That's why you generally get better consistency with games on consoles, because it's purely designed to just do that. It doesn't have to worry about really anything else. When you design something that can specifically, its specific purpose is to just play games. That's its first thing. It's much easier to see a consistent performance of games and games that run better purely because of that reason. But I mean, you still do see terrible games on console that run like really badly. It does happen. Do you remember before Spoken? Anyone remember that game? That was like 10 FPS on console when it first came out. It isn't completely free of bad games.
Slow down.
But for me personally, a sort of console's a bit more of a chill gaming experience. I need my PC for work anyway. Doing my my main job, my actual job. Need a PC for it. So just a PS5 wouldn't be. I wouldn't be able to use that for my full-time job.
Are you kidding me, Connors?
So it's handy having both. The PC for gaming and work stuff. I mean, I technically could do my job on a laptop, really. But it's nice having a desktop. I work from home, so...
Hunters. Really? You asked for this.
Last console was a GameCube. Sheesh! I never had a GameCube. I actually originally did start gaming on consoles. It was PS... Well, played a lot on Sega Mega Drive, but I never had one. First actual proper... I played a lot of Game Boy as well. I don't know if you... That's not really a console, but... First actual consoles are PS1. PS1, PS2. Then I went Xbox 360. And then I had a PS4 after that. And I actually did... I had a PS5 for a little while. I got rid of it in preparation to try and get the Pro when it came out, and I just haven't got around to getting it. But I will hopefully get it at some point. Dude, this is an epic cutscene, isn't it? This cutscene runs way better than the other one. But yet again, I do have ray tracing off. That's really with the difference here. Like, look how much better this runs with ray tracing off. Much more stable cutscene. Dude, what is going on with this car? Can we get rid of that?
Nowhere to go.
Current settings, yeah. Ray tracing off, 1440p native. All the other graphics are maxed. FSR, no, not right now. Can switch that back on though. Would put FSR quality on maybe. Put that on. Overall, pretty good FPS even at 1440p with no sort of scaling really. That's what I've always said. Ray tracing is really the big killer, to be honest. Quality, you're not going to notice any difference here with FSR 4 quality.
Regeneration is so cool and so gross. Fine. If I have to hurt you, I will.
I've still got to fight this thing. Can I enable fluid motion frames? I'll have to look in a bit because I'll have to go into adrenaline. You won't see motion frames though because it doesn't get picked up by MSI.
No wonder your family left you. You're not strong enough.
How do I
And you know it.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it around here. Did that work? Everything I've got. Hit him with everything. Damn it. Damn it. I'm dead. No!
After all the times I've helped you, figured you could return the favor for
You can't hit it in the back, I've just realised. You can only hit it in the face.
You're too weak to get control back, aren't you?
What the hell?
I'm gonna punch you out myself. Down. Gotta make my move. No wonder your family left you. You're not strong enough.
He's got so much health. Oh yeah, he's getting the absolute. He's getting smacked about. No. Yes, go, go, go. Alright, beast mode. Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Give him the big finishing move. This is like Usyk versus Tyson. Me being Usyk, just absolutely smacking him about. How much health has it got? Hell no.
He needs the suit, and I need your help to give it to him.
Oh, damn it. It wasn't close enough. No. What about this floor?
Why did you have to throw a new tail now? Now, I can inject the
Can't see what's going on there.
if I get close enough.
This feels like playing Elden Ring. Oh, he's so low. Damn it. No. I can't use that gate. Oh, he's in big trouble. Give him everything. There it is. Tom, hello.
Time for your medicine.
It's almost like Godzilla. Lexia, hello. You just put your PC. What first game are you going to play? How is it possible that FSR doesn't give a boost of FPS? Can you explain the specific situation? I mean, if you mean in this game, sometimes when we switch it on, because it lowers your GPU usage, so you're reducing the render resolution, but because the game doesn't really perform that well, it's fairly poor optimization, you'll reduce the GPU usage, so you end up with FSR on, but you're using, say, 90% of the GPU, so you're losing performance, if that makes sense. So that's why you don't really see much difference. If it was at 100%, you would then see the difference. If you're referring to FSR 4 compared to FSR 3, it's because the image, it's the algorithm, it's the model of the image model that it uses is not as fast, so it produces a better image quality, but then at the cost of FPS in comparison to FSR 3. So obviously FSR 3 will give you more FPS, but it won't look as good. Cillian Murphy. It does look like him, doesn't it? Or Killian. It's Killian, isn't it? Not Cillian. It does look a bit like him, doesn't it? Tommy!
What is that thing?
Multi-frame generation activated. That's not a AMD thing. That's an NVIDIA thing.
Outside the city years ago. It's where we found that.
God, it actually really does look like him, doesn't it? Tommy!
I'm wearing an alien.
We call it a symbiote. It bonds at the subcellular level with its host. In our case, Harry Osborn. He gave it to you?
Image quality of this stream's good. Nice.
Exactly.
I'm glad it's good.
I was hurt,
And it chose you. Which means it's more dangerous than I could have imagined. We need to call Oscorp. We need to destroy it.
destroy us? You said it chose me, Doc. It makes me a better Spider-Man.
Is he going? Is he Anakin Skywalking? Is he turning bad?
Eyes on the target. Pursuing.
MJ, I'm glad you called. How you doing?
Good. Storing some more boxes at the house. Just checked on Harry. But how are you? I saw the news
Still need to upgrade. I still haven't upgraded. How do I do it?
about the...
I haven't done that in literally forever. Health. How do I do it? Not sure if you unlocked much. Gadgets? Owned, we got that one. Skills. How many points have I got? Boom.
I'm great. Connors is cured. The suit's still going strong, and apparently it's called...
This is currently using FSR 4 quality.
It's an alien, which is pretty nuts, right?
Wait, what? You don't sound...
Current settings are we're at 1440p here, 2560 by 1440, FSR 4 there, quality. Then we've got everything maxed apart from there's no ray tracing. So you can see here, ray tracing is completely off. Everything else is maxed. Some go to high, very, very high. Some go to ultra for their max.
I'm a little concerned, but I also couldn't have stopped Connors without it.
Peter, the two of you tore through half the city. Like, did you see what you did to the museum? I'm honestly surprised nobody got killed.
I'm not. And you know I had to...
Looks fine like this, so I think FSR 4 quality, balanced, and even performance is honestly okay. Not really seen too many issues with it. Ultra performance does still look a little rough.
Maybe I'll have something to show you if you come back later.
What's gotten into her? Must be deadline stress. Some alone time should help. So in the meantime, let's see who we can help out here. Think there's some EMF kiosks around here.
They're about to get absolutely yeeted. We got a new... What's his power? Damn it, bro. How are you still going? Ray tracing, no. Ray tracing's off just because it really does... I've said it a few times, but it's not so much the FPS. We can get like okay-ish FPS, but the frame time and actual consistency, it stutters and it's just all over the place. FPS is all over the place. Where it's far more stable if you switch it off. DLS. Yeah, I think the DLSS 4 transformer model is probably slightly better still, but you've got to take into consideration that NVIDIA have been working on that for longer. It's released earlier. AMD are normally a little bit behind in release of stuff in that aspect. Historically, you know, like DLSS 3 came out quite a bit before FSR 3. So you're sort of comparing... You're always sort of a little bit far behind, if that makes sense. And I also think NVIDIA probably have better models because they've been learning longer. That's the only other thing. NVIDIA have been doing those models, the image models have been learning way longer, so they're gonna be better. There's not really any way around that, though. It's just a matter of time. Over time, those AMDs will then also be as good, but they're always potentially going to be slightly behind. Oh, whoa. That's a good power, isn't it? Damn.
Stay out of my city.
Definitely FSR4 though is definitely way better than 3. Image quality wise, I was really not that amazed by 3, to be honest. But 4 is like way better.
Man, I was hoping to give MJ some alone time, but I'm beat. Time to head home for a little rest. Wonder what she decided for her article.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, FS, like I say, they're definitely way better than 3. I'd rather use 4 than 3. My only concern is the amount of time sometimes it takes to get it. So, like, I think we've got, what, 30 games? Well, it's less than 30, because I think there's some games like Monster Hunter Wilds that don't... It's in the games list, but they're not actually supported yet. And it just seems to sometimes take a while to get it in games. Hopefully any new games we get will get it, like, straight away. But then older games, it seems to take quite a while. Which is always a little bit annoying. Did I try Alan Wake 2 on this yet? No, not yet.
Give him a good chance. You'll regret this. You're ours now. Free me.
30 games is enough, but it's not all the new... Yeah, I mean, some of the games on that list, though, I don't even know what they are. My biggest gripe is that it's not in Cyberpunk. I really want to test that out. Stalker 2. Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't look great in that, but I don't think that has the FSL 4 update, does it yet? The only games I was recognising really on that list were Forbidden West. I think Hunt Showdown was definitely on that list. Obviously Spider-Man, Kingdom Come, Deliverance 2, The Last of Us, Part 1 and Part 2, which is not out yet. What else? I mean, Monster Hunter Wilds was on the list, but like I say, I don't actually think that has support yet. Definitely other games on there. I think Until Dawn was on there, wasn't it? It must be modded. Yeah, that's what I found weird though, because AMD left it on their list of games that it's supported in. But it's not actually supported if you try to enable it. Does the driver not let you override the FSR model? It does, yeah, but the game still has to actually support it. You can't just override it from the Adrenaline if it doesn't actually have support for it. It has to have 3.1 to be able to do that. So, like for example, in Cyberpunk yesterday, we've only got FSR 3. You can't override that. With ray tracing on, yeah, it'll with FSR 4 quality, you will have to we'll have to give it a sec, because I'll switch on here to ultimate, so that's ray tracing max. But you'll have to you'll see it in the top right. It's a compiling shaders. We'll have to give it a sec. Probably could sit through this cutscene whilst it does it. Maybe that was a bad idea. It's disappeared. It's still doing it. We'll do the cutscene and see.
That's the story I was telling you about. I wanted to get your thoughts.
Looks amazing, MJ. Can't wait to read it.
Wait, you're still in the suit. I thought Connors was gonna help you get it off.
Yeah, 3.1. You have to have 3.1 to be able to do it.
Just so beat from Lizard Wrangler.
Will FSL 4 work on RTX? No. It's only, at the moment, it's only 9000 series GPUs. You can't even use it on AMD 7000. So they've gone a similar route to Nvidia in terms of locking it like that.
I don't have that many guns.
Right, should we see if it's done it? Let's see if it's actually... Yeah, okay, so I think it's loaded in ray tracing now. It has to do the shaders when you go from it being off to on. But we've got it here set to ultimate, and then we've then got FSL 4 set to quality here. Bear in mind, though, this is a sort of... In these limited missions, the FPS is normally significantly better than if we were flying around. Swinging around, I mean. Benedict, which resolution? I mean, currently at the moment, I've got ray tracing everything maxed at 1440p, FSR 4 quality. It will have a big fluctuation in FPS though when you're swinging around. This here looks fairly stable. It won't be this stable when you're swinging around. I'm not sure what I've got to do here. Escape the house. Right, this guy's about to get tasered. Yeah! Oh.
Can't go out the windows.
We've got a pink toilet. And a pink bath. And a pink sink.
Where are you, Peter?
Hey, you've reached Pete.
It's good enough. Leave a message.
H2 report. What's the status?
Oh yeah.
Looks like it's not just the spider living here.
This guy's about to get jabbed. In the face.
If they've got the front and back covered, maybe I can go through the basement.
Yeah, I mean, this game is a little bit... The performance just overall, it's not really necessarily anything to do with the GPU. It's kind of rough just because the game has been rough on a lot of GPUs that I've used.
Please don't squeak.
So the frame time can get a bit weird and stuff with ray tracing. You're seeing it there. Look at that big spike. But it's more a reflection on the game as opposed to just inconsistent. It's probably the best word.
Web shooters?
Just subscribe. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Oi! Freeze!
Ooh. Sprint. Damn!
Send in a secondary team. Want a full sweep of the house.
Can it do 4K frame generation on quality? Yeah, it can absolutely do that. It can pretty much do... If you switch ray tracing off, it can go to 4K and play it quite well. This is if you try and do... To be honest, at any resolution, like you're seeing here, look, 20 FPS, 30 FPS, 40. If you have ray tracing on any res, you'll have a massive inconsistency of FPS. Without ray tracing on at all, if that's completely switched off, it's honestly fine at like any res.
You went down the next street over.
Base 3, secure your area in case he doubles back.
If I don't find Pete before they do.
I can't move. There we go. For some reason I couldn't move. You're seeing it here, look. 40 FPS, so it's going to be a real range depending on whereabouts you are on the map, really.
I will go look.
Oh, damn. Did she see me?
We can track you anywhere.
There's no way she saw me. Oh my god, I'm getting 29 FPS now. Come up here. No!
That could have been the girl. Need to check.
Big mistake. Shouldn't have checked. Oh, it is really not liking this area. So that's what I mean. Go from 80 to 90 inside to here 30. Swinging around will probably get 50. 50 to 70. It's there's just going to be no real consistency to it. But it's more a reflection on the game, like I say. What's this person doing? Of RAM, yeah, no, I know. That's also ties in with the game issue, really. Using pretty much 30 gigs of system RAM.
Headed toward the next street over.
Big problem. Not too much of a problem. I have got 64 gig, but I don't like to see it. Throw distraction.
Checking it out.
Get out! Get out!
Probably nothing. Stand by. I'm investigating.
Go, go, go. He's on a mad one.
He's heading for the construction area.
He's on an absolute mad one.
Pete's up ahead in that new construction.
It's almost like this street. The FPS is so bad. Yeah, that's what I mean though. If you switch ray tracing off, I mean, we could maybe try frame generation. Issue is our FPS there 30 is probably not going to be too much of a good idea. Yeah, I mean, look. It's just purely bugged game really, because that drops my usage down so much. I mean, I'm almost convinced that surely can't be right. Let me save it and reboot. Did that save? Did that save? I don't see the save from the date. What was that one, was it? No. Is that saving? Why do I feel like that's not saving? Where are we? 3rd of the 8th, which is today. 24. Yeah, okay, there we go. Give me 2 seconds. We'll reboot really quick and just check. Check that that's definitely what we're looking at. Maybe that'll fix my RAM out as well. It'll wipe it. Refresh it. Think you should add a text overlay on the stream that tells... Yeah, I mean, people do suggest this. I appreciate the suggestion. The issue is I probably changed the setting 50 times on one stream, and every time I change it, I'll have to change that text. There's just no way I can... There's no way I can keep up with that. You'd just be watching me change the text pretty much the whole stream. I have to try and find a balance between practicality and, like... A lot of the time you can just ask. I go through the settings a lot. I'm happy for you to just ask in the chat what I'm currently at. Yeah, see, here we go. That looks more like it. I think we needed to just do a restart. I don't think it enabled frame generation there. So, because we had about 50, didn't we? So realistically, I don't think it's enabled it there. We'll see what it's like when I get to the street. Because it did drop down quite a lot, didn't it? Expect maybe more 100 FPS. But like I say, I do think you're going to have a huge inconsistency of FPS because the game just feels so buggy. Lorenzo, hello. Do I like DLSS more FSR 4? What, in terms of... I mean, image quality is still better with DLSS 4. That's still just about have slightly better quality. Prefer this way much over FSR 3. It's way better than that. Stuff bug when changing mid. Yeah. I think it's probably after a while you maybe just need to restart it.
The more things go wrong.
Can I just go straight down the middle here?
Everything's unexpected now. Unplanned. Wild. A real hunt. I've waited so long for
Do this properly. Have I tried 4K path tracing FSR4 quality? No, because I don't think there's any games that support FSR4 with path tracing, is there? Don't think any of the games with FSR4 have path tracing. Can I switch? I can leave frame generation on and switch FSR off. No, that's a big difference. Basically, pretty much doubles it.
I think Pete went this way.
I'm going for it.
Really flush the spider out. We're losing time anyway. The spider will keep moving.
He can't run forever.
How do I do distraction?
Looking into it.
Oh no.
Easy.
Oh. Go.
Oh, Pete's still behind there.
South Manchester. Manchester.
How do I get to that house?
My hunters, you have been stalked by that woman this whole night as you tracked the spider. When you find him, we'll be nearby. Bring them both to me.
A nice sneak the full way.
I must be close to the spider. You from them? Hunter down! Find the car!
Easy, mate. Speed run.
Where did he go? The window. Peter, I need you to come.
Oh, he's on a mad one. Frame generation on now? No.
Miles,
Look up!
go after him.
Sorry I'm late. What the hell's going on with Pete?
He's not himself.
But it's still stuttering quite a bit for me.
It's called a
Getting still to dips down to 80 FPS.
alien.
What? Like he's wearing an alien?
So realistically still without FSR on,
Come on it, MJ.
without frame generation on, sorry, I mean, realistically here, the FPS will be quite poor. If we completely switch that off altogether, it'd be quite rough. Yeah, look. You do still occasionally will see 60, but it's just like I said, the consistency of it. But maybe try at 1800p. What res is that? Like, what's the complete res? Do I have to... That won't be in game, will it?
He just threw a manhole cover at me.
Are you sure it was at you?
Pretty sure. He's
I'd have to set up a custom resolution.
There are hunters everywhere.
I'm heading over there now. Don't let the hunters chase him away again.
You got it.
Should be in game. Oh yeah, there is. It's going to be poor though, because we were just then we were at 1440p. This is going to be worse. Yeah, there you go.
Spider-Man, stop! What's going on? Talk to me! I thought he was just being weird before, but this is way different. It's like he's not even there.
Might even crash in a minute. Cover ray tracing enabled, yeah.
It's me! Spider-Man, remember? Come on, snap out of it! How am I gonna finish my college essay without my favorite tutor? Eyes on top.
I'm almost there, Miles. How's Peter?
Angry and not listening to anything I say.
We might have to try something else then.
Yeah, so this isn't looking too good like this, as you would expect. Obviously, it is not going to be as demanding as 4K, but still, I mean, our average is 31, so natively, it's not going to be doable like this. Look at that frame time as well. That is an absolute choppy mess. 14.2 gigs of VRAM as well, so that's pretty high. But like you're seeing, like I was saying, the consistency of frame times all over the place. You're seeing 50 FPS occasionally, anywhere between 20 and 50. Thank you very much. Publish new drivers. No, I mean, I don't really think any drivers will improve. All drivers will do is improve the consistency of it. The FPS will still be poor doing this, because this is almost 4K. 4K with ray tracing is just not going to be possible on this GPU, no matter what. They can do whatever they want to the drivers. It's not going to make it insanely playable or anything. You'll just maybe get a bit more of a stable average 28 instead of these lows. But you're not going to get really high FPS ever doing this.
MJ, are you okay?
Yeah. But I don't see Pete. Hang on.
Right. I'm really sure I'm going to have to abruptly end it, because I've got to go. It's 9 o'clock here, and I got some stuff I got to do. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Do make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'll try and... I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I normally stream about 5:30 GMT, like English, British time. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow, but if not, I'll be on pretty much every day next week. Monday. Starting Monday, every day. And we'll just try out loads of other games. I do definitely want to see Alan Wake 2, Black Myth Wukong, hopefully, because those are very demanding games. And then we'll just try and work our way through as many games as possible, pretty much, so. Hope, if I don't see you tomorrow, have a good weekend, and I'll catch you on Monday.